Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Delaware Thunder Pro Hockey on the Delaware Thunder YouTube channel. Mike Basile in the broadcast booth. Thanks so much for joining us this afternoon. It's the Binghamton Black Bears and the Delaware Thunder. Binghamton broke their losing streak yesterday with a 4-3 win against the Danbury Hat-Tricks. Delaware got a point last Sunday against the Carolina Thunderbirds as we bring you inside the broadcast booth. Mike Basile, Matt Penzick. Matt, thanks so much for joining us this afternoon. Back at it here. A 3-3 back-to-back weekends and now just one game. How weird is that?
It is weird because we were talking the last Sunday, or the last time they had a game here on a Sunday, that was the Port Huron game, that, boy, 3 straight games, that's got to take a toll on the legs. So here they got a little bit of a break here this weekend with just the one, full week off. So, yeah, hopefully they're a little bit fresher than a team that's coming into town that had played a game last night.
Right, and we think about it. How fired up, how ready is this team going to be after, you usually are playing on a Friday, Saturday. Now you just got one game this weekend. You got to be prepared.
Yeah, I think you have the rest in your favor. The not the adrenaline, but but you definitely do have that going into your favor. Also interested to see about Kyle Stevens, the new Delaware Thunder player, former Black Bear.
Right.
A lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs in the walkway before the game and on the ice here during the warm-up. So we'll see. Little friendly competition between his former team.
Right, and for you, for Delaware, a couple keys to success today.
What I'm looking at is, this may seem simple, Mike, be the last team that scores.
Right.
Because these teams play close games. 11 or 12 games they played this season, 5 of them have been one-goal games. Be the last team to score. I think you're going to have a good chance of winning, and then stay out of the penalty box. Or limit your trips in where you're putting yourself one man down or two man down, because this is the best power play team in the league, and you're just playing with fire if you keep getting down shorthanded.
100% right, Matt. It's the Bears and the Thunder coming up live at the Thunderdome. We'll be back in just a bit for Puck Bears and Thunder fans, Mike Basile, Matt Penzick just popping in, let you know, got a little bit of a delay here at the arena. Should be starting in about 5 minutes here, I believe. A couple things came about that pushed this game back just a few minutes. Nothing will change other more than that. I believe both teams are set to come out in just a minute or so here. So as always, we would like to say hello to a few of you guys who tune in all the time. Brian, Randomness, tuning in, enjoying some good Binghamton Black Bears, Delaware Thunder hockey as they love to watch these two teams go at it.
You know, I think it's been a very entertaining series throughout the course of the season. The 12 games played, they've been all pretty tight, most of them. 5 one-goal games, as we said in the pregame, Mike. So, again, I'm expecting another tight one here today.
100%. We'll join you in just a couple minutes. We'll send you down to Ice View because it looks oh so pretty on the Delaware. national anthem. Our ceremonial puck drop tonight as we are back at the Thunderdome. Mike Basile, Matt Penzick, bringing it to you live right here this afternoon as these two teams are set for puck drop. As we get the sound figured out, now we do.
There we go.
We apologize for that as just a quick issue all figured out. Matt, I'm sorry, you were in the middle of talking. I said, hold up. Here we go.
Yeah, well, tough assignment for the Thunder tonight going against Liskowitz, one of the top goaltenders in the Federal Prospect Hockey Leagues. He's one of the leaders in save percentage, wins, so big challenge against him. But, the Delaware has had success against him this season, Mike. And Ryan Marker has certainly found his mark against Black Bear goaltending, whether it's Liskowitz or someone else between the pipes.
Right, Ryan Marker has been absolutely phenomenal in these contests against this Black Bears team. We'll see how he is this evening as these two teams are set to meet tonight at the Thunderdome. Quick audio issue, all figured out. Now we got it figured out. Our apologies there. As you work it out all before the game, and it still seems to get you, doesn't it?
It always happens. The gremlins, as they say.
As it is time for puck drop at the Thunderdome, the Thunder and the Black Bears. Not sure what this delay is now, as I know we'll have another official coming in just a bit of time here.
Yeah, it looks like they're inspecting the netting behind Liskowitz. That's the goal to our left. That'd be the goal that the Thunder would be shooting at in the first period. But all three officials are over there taking a look at the back of the net, the back lower part of the net.
Yeah, not sure what the issue is here as they're taking a peek now as this game has just been delayed a little bit longer here.
That's been the story of the game so far, delays. So hopefully we get a free-flowing first period to make up for this. I'm wondering if there's a hole back there, Mike, the way that one official is there on the near post taking a look at it. I mean, I get the concern because you don't want to have a puck fire in that goes through the hole and where, it's a goal, but because it's so fast, you might not see it.
Yeah, that could be an issue, but it looks like now everything's squared away, and we will have a hockey game tonight as these two teams are set to go. getting this all squared away as it is time for puck drop here between the Binghamton Black Bears and the Delaware Thunder. Scoreboard is up. Randomness, we got it before you could say anything, we know. You're always taking a look there. It's the Thunder and the Black Bears live at the Thunderdome. As now we got another little issue here.
They just do not want to start this game. A little ice work right inside the Black Bears defensive zone, right maybe about 6 feet beyond the blue line. But, you know, there must be a gash in there or something because they're working on it. The puck's smoothing it. You got one referee getting some ice chips on it. Water's being squirted on it.
Well, there's only one official out there right now, as the other official will be here shortly, and I believe that is a bit of the issue. As when will he be here, maybe? I don't know, but we'll see, as now we're ready for puck drop.
For real this time, right?
I think so. Well, Matt, last-minute thoughts right here before puck drop.
Like to see some goals. Delaware, their first period's usually their best period scoring-wise and holding the other team down, so let's get to a quick start and get an early lead.
Well, a guy we'll talk about a lot tonight is number 27 in white, Kyle Powell. He got the first touch of the day. Turn over to Jurich by Andrusenko. He pokes it free and gets it right back. Delaware's going to work out the far side of the ice here. Ryan Marker tries to reverse back up the near side to Shane Morrissey. Morrissey stops it at the corner, looks for some help as the Black Bears hold it in behind the Thunder net. They look to set it up. That's Gino D'Angelo trying to poke it out of the zone. Morrissey with a turnover there. And now Marker finds the puck as he picked off the pass from Kirkby. Marker to the attack, right wing side. Marker scored a couple goals this season on Liskowitz. Tries to score another one there, but it's poked away by Liskowitz after it pops into his chest. Morrissey behind the net with it. Tried to feather one out to the point. Got it to Bedard, who's been red hot for this Thunder team. And out the other way comes Tyler Jurich and company. Puck chipped in just wide of Trevor Babin. He'll still get a touch on it to make sure Bedard can work it right out to Ryan Marker. Long shift for Marker. He's been on over a minute, and Ivashkin gets the puck. Ivashkin got a man going with him. Newberg works it over to Newberg. Got it over one more. Oh, huge save. Babin and another as well. Trevor Babin, an early couple saves. Right on the doorstep was Emil Strome.
Oh, dangerous with Ivashkin back there. That's one of the leading scorers in the league. And Babin tall to the task.
There's Ryan Marker, right wing side to the attack. This shift's a minute 25 long for Marker, and it nearly ends with an assist, but Cangelosi just poked it wide. Laporte picks it up, tries to go back behind the net. Cangelosi only could keep it in outside of the blue line, and now Nikita Ivashkin picks it up. To the attack he goes, tries to work by a couple Thunder players. One new Hunter McGuire says no. Laporte up the left wing side, giveaway, as this game's gone back and forth early, and a little bit of a flow to it, Matt.
Yeah, and a couple scoring chances for each team in the early going. Like to see that.
There's Stevens, the former Black Bear, picks off Dan Vanderweel, and now it's Justin Laporte. Tried to feather one through to Brandon Lucchese, passed just out of the reach, and Vanderweel's going to be in a battle here with Lucchese at the red line. Poked forward by Gavin Abbott, sent right back into Black Bear ice by Brandon Lucchese. Lucchese's been a fine addition for this Thunder team, second on the team in points. Here's Gavin Yates. Yates known for his speed. Let's see him use it here. Tries to dance by a few Thunder players. Gets it over to Vanderweel. Vanderweel, no shooting lane really. Tried to get it over to Abbott. Joe Brennan had enough of that, and he's going to skate out with it for Delaware. He works it up to Noah Wild wearing number 28 as he gets it up to a Wyatt Lawrence, who is another new addition to this Thunder team.
So new, Mike. He doesn't even have a name on the back of his jersey.
He'll get that. Noah Wild tried to feather it back out to the front. Yes, Wyatt Lawrence played at Westfield. Came in last night. A good addition to help this Thunder team. Some NCAA D3 play from him. Lucchese back in his own zone with Joe Brennan. Is 3 minutes in, no whistles. Matt, this is what you were talking about, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, we had all those delays. I figured they owed that to us.
There's Tyler Pekarski with it. He's behind the net. He's going to try and work out for the Black Bears. Appreciate you tuning in to Delaware Thunder Hockey on the Delaware Thunder YouTube channel. Tyler Pekarski going to go left wing side. It's Gavin Yates. Yates to the attack. Tried to feather one through to D'Angelo. McKay might have got a piece to make sure the pass couldn't get there. Out to the point. Pekarski works it behind the net. This is Tyler Jurich out in front, and Babin has an A1 save right on the doorstep to keep it scoreless.
Ooh, D'Angelo is right there, and Babin again strong in the early going of this game. And you got two good goaltenders going. It's one of these odd games, Mike. Two strong goaltenders, but also you got teams that they can light it up, and they have lit it up against each other this season.
16:37 to go. That's our first whistle of the contest. Riddle me that one. As these two teams battle on in period number one, and not sure what the issue is here now, as we have another bit of a lengthy delay, and now the ref needs his helmet fixed over here.
Boy, all sorts of issues in the early. When the play's going, you mentioned it. Good flow, little stoppage. We had the first whistle here. 16:37 to go in the first period. So that is a good play. Marker's on for his second shift. He had a long first shift to start the game. I don't know if they're maybe trying to look to jumpstart some goal scoring. Ryan Marker, he has 4 hat tricks this season against Binghamton Black Bears. So he is a guy that I'm sure has the attention of Binghamton. But, yeah, we continue on with this delay here.
Coach Penn's not happy as he's talking to linesman Steve Gannon, and official Justin Crawford's getting his helmet worked on here by the training staff in Binghamton. As now it looks like we'll get back to the game here. Now he's going to need a napkin to wash it down here. As now it looks like we're back to hockey.
All right. Helmet is secure, and we are ready to go.
Face off to the right of Trevor Babin here.
And D'Angelo gets tossed out of the face-off for that.
Puck comes all the way around. J.C. Moritz up to Shane Morrissey. He's looking the way of Nikita Andrusenko. That puck just kept rolling on Andrusenko as it's going to come back into Thunder Ice. Puck picked up. J.C. Moritz. He pushes it behind the net. There's Charlie Bedard. Bedard, right wing side out of his own zone, looking for some help. He just flips it up the boards. That hit a stanchion, and Tyler Jurich comes away with the puck. I tell you, I love the way Jurich plays. My favorite thing about Tyler Jurich, the knob of his stick. It's absolutely incredible. Take a look at it if you get a chance, Matt. And make sure he'll never drop his stick if he gets hit. Look at that.
A lot of tape on there.
Jurich fires into the glove of Babin and right back out, and Babin makes another grade A save right on the doorstep as he gets a glove to it on one of the newer members of the team, Tyson Kirkby.
Again, Babin standing tall and left. Got some one-on-none type of down-low plays, offensive plays for Binghamton, and fortunately, Babin has the angle right there, or Binghamton would already have a goal in this game.
Face-off's going to be to the left of Trevor Babin. It's one to Nikita Ivashkin, and he's shot, hits Brennan, and that was dangerous as it nearly came right back out in front. Nikita Ivashkin has been very good. He's been a huge pickup early in the year as they've had him all the way through, but he was a nice surprise find for this Black Bears team. Here's Lyons. That's another new addition, an actual new addition to this team alongside Kirkby. Laporte's going to gain entry, fire one through traffic, and that's going to be the first stop of the game for Liskowitz with 15:30 to go in the first.
Yeah, we talked about Marker against Binghamton. Ivashkin is basically their version of Marker. He has had some very productive nights against Delaware Thunder, so you got two guys that each team is well aware of, knows that they can do some damage. So it'll be interesting to see who can play who comes out on top of who can top this.
89 points in 47 games for Ivashkin. Look at Ryan Marker. He's got 75 points in 30 games. My apologies. Marker's averaging 2.5 points a contest. Great play by McKay to keep it in at the blue line. Cangelosi's going to chase after this puck, but Lyons has not one or two, but 3 steps on number 5 in black. 15:10 to go, period number 1. It's scoreless between the Black Bears and the Thunder. Black Bears head right back up north after this one. Delaware has to wait all the way till next Friday for their next contest. That'll be against the Danbury Hat-Tricks in Danbury before Columbus comes to town for a pair of games. Tristan McKay feathers one. I believe that hit Lyons on the way through. It did, so that will negate any type of icing as Newberg picks it up behind his net. Newberg gave it away. Stevens centering pass, bounces right through everybody, and here's Wyatt Lawrence all the way back into his own zone with the puck. Lawrence, pass came right back to him, is now a fluttering puck. He picks up at the right wing side. Drop pass Dan Cangelosi. Lawrence going to the net, and Cangelosi absolutely drills it over the shoulder of Liskowitz. It's 1-0 Delaware.
Right, how about Lawrence there being able to maintain control of the puck when it looked like it might get away from him. It's good stick handling, able to carry the puck in the zone, and Cangelosi pumps it in for his 10th of the season, and the Thunder strike first.
And I tell you, he's a fan favorite, Dan Cangelosi, and that's why he's always around the right areas. He can score. He's not afraid to drop the mitts if he has to, and Delaware takes a 1-0 lead.
talked about getting off to an early start. It seems to be the Thunder trend where they are able to get some goals going in the first period. It's also the period that they have allowed the least. So good start for the Delaware Thunder, opening up with a 1-0 lead.
Face off one back as it's Colin Fitzgerald working it over to Kyle Powell. As things were looking good for Binghamton, Matt, early in this contest, but Dan Cangelosi with a dangerous release over the glove of Liskowitz, and it's 1-0.
And again, Lawrence with the assist, so the new guy playing a role in that one too.
And a congratulations to him as Gavin Yates looks to tie this thing up. Right back door, he goes to Vanderweel, and Babin makes a phenomenal save with the right pad. Trevor Babin's been the best player in black tonight.
Well, he certainly has, Mike. I mean, you can't ask more from his play between the pipes. There's a couple times where Binghamton has had that player one-on-none. It's just him and the goalie, and they have had the puck down low, not able to get it by number one for the Delaware Thunder.
Faceoff's going to be to the right of Babin, as we should have our media timeout here, but missed that one as it's one back to Yates. Maybe because of all the delays, they'll wait and play on. Gavin Yates right behind the net. He's got plenty of room. He fires, and Babin got a piece. Rebound just poked wide by Gavin Abbott as he was all alone on the doorstep. 1-0 Thunder lead as Yates gets it through to Abbott. He's been dangerous early. Fitzgerald through traffic, blockered away by Babin. Out to Powell. It comes for a shot that he had his pitching wedge out, and it goes out of play. Now we do get our media time. Back here at the Thunderdome, Delaware Thunder and the Binghamton Black Bears will get you back to the view. It's a 1-0 game thanks to Dan Cangelosi, and as we said, a big congratulations to Wyatt Lawrence, his first pro point.
And what you said earlier about Babin being the best player on the ice, just so fun watching him track the puck. He is locked in because by the time, if it comes out from behind the net, he's got that side closed. He's been able to deny 7 Binghamton shots so far.
Right, and this one's going to go all the way down for an icing, and if you're Binghamton, you got to be feeling a bit dejected right now. I mean, you had a great start to this contest, and you're trailing 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, they did everything but put the puck in the net. I mean, they had the one-on-none, if you will, just the player with the puck, and all they had to do is beat Babin. But Babin's strong, and he's faced 7 shots, turned them away, and it's Delaware who opens with the lead here in the first period.
Faceoff's going to be to the right of Trevor Babin. There's Ryan Marker in the dot. Face-off one to Joe Brennan as Delaware lit the lamp early in period 1. They lead 1-0 as these two teams battle on for time number 13 this season. Nikita Andrusenko behind the net, tied up with Gino D'Angelo. Andrusenko works it free. He's looking for some space. Andrusenko rims it back behind the net. There's big Ryan Marker. Andrusenko out in front, centering pass, no problem at all by Boilard. Jurich goes cross ice. Look at the knob on that stick of number 22. Tyler Pekarski, left wing side. Centering pass off the pads of Babin. Came back out in front. Jurich has a poke at it, but Babin's got it under that big glove.
Wonder if they'll auction that off at the end of the season up in Binghamton, or maybe just the tape that's around it.
Rumor has it he gets 2 full rolls of tape to himself before the game.
So the training staff budget's a little bit more on the Binghamton side of things, is what you're saying.
The white tape in Binghamton is a little bit more expensive than the rest. Face off to the right of Babin, as we do have nothing but praise to say about the game of Tyler Jurich, as he's been really, really good. This one jumps up and out of play, as Kyle Stevens is asking, why'd we get a whistle? But it did look like it was just chipped out of play.
He's got some smiles as he slowly makes his way along the Binghamton bench. A lot of his former teammates. Stevens playing in his 4th game for the Thunder. He played 16 this season for Binghamton.
Yeah, Binghamton will have a 3-3 coming up versus Columbus. The 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of April. That'll be a big playoff implication game with seeding on the line.
And it's the second time D'Angelo's been thrown out of the face-off circle so far in the first period.
Face-off will be to the left of Babin. It's one right to Kirkby. Feather one to the front of the net. Danny Cangelosi helps stop a goal there. And now it's Laporte out the other way. Kyle Stevens right by everybody. Puts one towards the front of the net. Lions had the stick of Cangelosi all tied up. Cangelosi finds the puck behind the net. He works it free to Justin Laporte. Laporte tries to feather one through traffic. Now it's Stevens behind the net. Basie goes back out to his point, right wing side. Stevens goes behind the net with it. Justin Laporte out from the half wall. Laporte behind the net. Look at Lyons. Great defensive play to knock Cangelosi off the puck. Got to be careful, though, of that holding call. Puck still sits behind the Black Bear net. Cangelosi works it out. Jams one right off the shoulder of Liskowitz, who really didn't look too great on that one.
Yeah, I don't think he saw that one, and boy, he almost let one get by him.
Yeah, Liskowitz has been a bit shaky early in this contest, and you don't want to say the shot from Cangelosi wasn't great, but I think it's one Liskowitz thought he definitely could have had, as Lucchese's right back the other way, but he gave it away. Here come the Black Bears with speed. That's Turner, but they're a step offside.
Yeah, just getting back to that last one, Mike, I just think when Cangelosi came out from behind the net, I don't think Liskowitz had eyes on the puck, and it was a tricky shot. He was able to turn it away, but it's one that I don't think he was tracking all the way.
Yep, and look at that. There is official Bill Lyons. He makes his way out onto the ice. That was a quick change, huh?
Man. Well, we got a full complement of men in black and white here.
Puck sits right on that blue line, doesn't it, as coming out is Wyatt Lawrence, left wing side. He fires a hard shot. Whoa, Wyatt Lawrence with a little bit of juice behind that shot right into the glove of Liskowitz.
Well, there's one that Liskowitz definitely was tracking all the way. We're talking about Liskowitz. I mean, this is one of the top goaltenders in the FPHL. The save percentage wins. He's one of the guys that's up there, the gold standard of this league. But Delaware has had success against him this season.
Right, and we talk about it. When these two teams meet, the goals are usually plentiful. There's J.C. Moritz. Haven't seen much of him early in this contest, but Noah Wild takes the puck behind the net. He's got Moritz at the point. Instead, he tried to go cross ice to Charlie Bedard. Puck never got there. Look at Emil Strome turn on the Jets, but Bedard makes a great defensive play, and Wild gives Newberg a shot in the back. J.C. Moritz in his own zone now as Brandon Lucchese picks it up and works it off the stick of Lawrence. Behind his own net, Colin Fitzgerald picks it up with 11:10 to go in period one. An afternoon affair between the Thunder and the Black Bears. The final meeting of the season. Finally, I'm sure these two teams are saying of these two. This one's chipped forward. Powell's going to win the race to negate any type of icing. Emil Strome finds the puck. His centering pass never got through. Morrissey gave it right back to Powell. Powell out to the front. Nikita Ivashkin had it roll on him. Delaware scrambling a bit in their own zone. There's Colton McGuire. He goes up the near side. Morrissey's got some time now with the puck. Morrissey waits, looks for a friendly stick. Out to the point, it's a giveaway, but Strome couldn't get anything on it. Here's Ryan Marker, right wing side, 3-on-2, drop pass to Morrissey. Morrissey looking back to her Marker. Oh, it just rolled on him. McGuire pushes it right back behind the net. It's that close to 2-0 Delaware.
Yeah, Marker went down on one knee. He wanted to let that one rip, but couldn't get control.
The bouncing puck rolls off the stick of Andrusenko, and Newberg spins back into his own zone as he works it free to Kyle Powell. Delaware and Binghamton, a 1-0 game early in this one, and a big step-up hit by Colton McGuire as he shows Josh Newberg a seat. Puck is feathered on through to Gavin Yates. Yates has Vanderweel back door. Joe Brennan makes sure nothing comes of that, and the centering pass is right on the tape of Ryan Marker. Marker can't work past Vanderweel, but Morrissey gets it through to Andrusenko. Oh, what a move by Andrusenko. He's in, and he scores! What a goal by Nikita Andrusenko, and it's 2-0 Delaware.
How do you do? This is exactly the type of start that we talked about. Get some goals early, play with that lead. Andrusenko with just some nifty stick moves to get the goal, beat Liskowitz. That's his 8th on the season for Andrusenko. 2-0, Thunder in the lead.
That's a great goal by Nikita Andrusenko as the Thunder and the Black Bears are now in a 2-goal game. What a view we had of that Andrusenko goal to make it 2-0. Now it's Dan Cangelosi over the glove of Maverick Lyons. They work it up to Gavin Abbott. Abbott had it roll on him. Laporte's drop pass, nobody home. Vanderweel takes a slash from Cangelosi, and that one's going to get detected. They're going to call it a hook, as now the dangerous Black Bears power play will go to work. Media timeout, Matt. We'll take a short break. We'll come back, talk about the power play. Back here on the Delaware Thunder YouTube channel, Mike Basile, Matt Penzick. These two teams meet, and it's a power play as Powell's got it at the point, tipped off the toe of Babin. That's a good little save as the reaction time had to be there. There's Kyle Powell. He works it through to Strome. Strome over to Kirkby, out to the point Powell. This is a dangerous power play. All the way across they go to Jurich. Jurich steps in, fires off the stick of Bedard and out of play.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Mike. It is a dangerous power play. You got Jurich, who's second in the league with 11 power play goals. This is the team that has the best power play overall in the Federal Prospects Hockey League. And it's one of the points we made in the pregame is you don't want to get shorthanded too often in this one.
Gavin Yates goes down hard. Andrusenko is tripped down, and that's going to do it for the power play. So we'll play 4-on-4 for a minute 36 before a short Delaware power play.
Yeah, Andrusenko has got ice shavings all over the right side of his leg, on the outer part of his leg as he makes his way to the bench. But a dangerous Binghamton power play gets denied as Delaware will skate 4-on-4. So averting maybe some playing with fire with the Black Bear power play. And not only is it 4-on-4, Mike, you get a face-off in the offensive zone.
Face-off's going to be to the left of Liskowitz, as Emil Strome will sit for a trip. There's Kyle Stevens. He's been a nice addition to this Thunder team. 9:08 to go in period one here. Tie up. Jurich finds the puck. Tyler Jurich feathers one through to Kyle Powell, and here comes Jurich out left wing side. Basie gave it away to Kirkby, and Kirkby's out right down Main Street. Kirkby over to Jurich, left wing side. Jurich working on Basie. Jurich looking for a shooting lane. Instead, he goes to Kirkby, who tried to get through, runs right into Babin. None intentional, and everything's okay as the net just popped free.
Yeah, he was sort of, as soon as he got the puck, he started to lose his balance, so he really couldn't get a shot off because of that, and then he slid into the net and knocked it off. It's moorings, and we get the stoppage of play.
Face-off will be to the right of Trevor Babin here. As now they'll bring it back to the neutral zone. My apologies, because Kirkby was the one who ran into Babin.
Right.
Minute 16 of 4-on-4 play, and Delaware's got to be wary here. Last time these two teams played, Matt, I don't know if you remember, Delaware was up 4-1 after the first period. Binghamton won that game 5-4. So these early leads can come back to bite you if you're not careful. Here's Kyle Powell. Powell to the attack. He's trying to free up Jurich. He'll go right to Jurich. Jurich steps in, fires. Oh, that's an incredible save by Babin with the right pad off the tip from his own teammate, Charlie Bedard.
Yeah, what a nifty shot by Jurich. Babin strong, though.
Stevens just plays it behind the net. 42 seconds left of 4-on-4 time. 8:10 to go in period one. Powell puts it right on the tape of Jurich. He's like, I don't want it yet. I'm too far from the goal. I score goals. This one comes out, sits right at the blue line, and there a step offside is Kirkby and Jurich.
Yeah, I mean, Jurich, you're talking about that the team's second leading goal scorer. He's got 40 of them already on the season, Mike, a total of 74 points. So, you know, he's on the ice. Ovechkin's on the ice. Those are two guys that Delaware does have to keep or pay attention to because they are so potent offensively.
Well, I will say we do have to be careful because now we look at number 8 on the ice, and that is who we touched on, Nikita Ivashkin. Newberg in his skates. This one goes to Tristan McKay in his own zone. Delaware with Basie in his own ice, as now it's Shane Morrissey, right wing side. Morrissey works to the high slot, looks for a shooting lane, finds one and threw it off the glove of Liskowitz, who looked down and out a second too early there. Now it comes all the way out to the point. Basie can't reach it, so he's going to have to retreat in his own zone for it.
All right, we got 25 seconds of power play time for the Thunder. Let's see if they can get a rush here, at least get one rush and get a good scoring chance.
Alex Basie behind his own net, like you said, just one real rush now because just 10 seconds left of the power play as Delaware took a little time to get out of their own zone. Nikita Andrusenko left wing side. Look how crafty Andrusenko is. Newberg forces a turnover on Morrissey. He works it out to center, and that'll do it for the power play. Back to 5-on-5 with 7:05 to go. Charlie Bedard's going to skate through center, feather one through to Ryan Marker. Marker to the attack, drop pass, got it to Bedard. Bedard tried to get one towards the net. Boilar picks off the pass, and here's Gavin Abbott. 3-on-3 to the attack. Vanderweel going to the net. They get it to Vanderweel. He tries to jam it through Babin to no avail. Andrusenko bumped Vanderweel into Babin, and we got a whistle and some screaming from the Thunder bench.
Yeah, I mean, Babin's laying still down on the ice from that collision, and, you know, I hope he's okay down there as Andrusenko's down there with him, and he starts slowly to make his way up. But I don't know if he could have pulled up to avoid contact or not, but, you know, whenever you get that type of collision with your own goaltender, yeah, you're going to draw some yelling from your own bench.
Right, Dr. Krill Alexiev and head athletic trainer Sam Catrone out there for the Thunder. As Babin took one hard there, but he says, I'm okay. Like we expect Trevor Babin to.
Gathers the stick. They still got to do something with the net. It's off its moorings, and you know, officials are having several conversations are going on right now. First, we'll fix the net, and then you got Powell and down there having a conversation with one of the other officials.
Well, I will say, it looked like on the replay, Andrusenko gave him a bump. Could he maybe have avoided a little bit more contact? Maybe, but it is tough when you're coming at that high speed, that close to the goalie already, and you get bumped.
Yeah, it's fair to say, but you're so sensitive when you have that type of collision involving your goaltender because he's in a position where you are more prone to injury with something like that.
Of course, Vanderweel gets it down low to Yates. Vanderweel right back to Yates. A lot of time and space. Babin says no. Taken down to the ice is Laporte. It's going to be a Thunder power play. Abbott's going to sit for a trip.
Mike, we got wood up here. I'm knocking on wood, but, man, you could not have asked for a better start for the Thunder. Already playing with a 2-0 lead, going on the power play, and their power play numbers have gone up over the last month and a half. There was a point in time where they had the worst power play unit in the league, and now they've risen the middle pack because they started to pump some more in. Boy, it'd be nice to get one here and get you 2-goal lead early, 3-goal lead. Yeah, that'd be nice to play with.
Delaware operating at an 18% on the power play. And with a 2-goal lead already, a 3-goal lead in period one would be nice. Look at Owen Liskowitz, though. He's big as a house in the net, isn't he?
Yeah,
this one.
He's 6'4". I don't know how you get any by a guy like that. Delaware's gotten 2 by him today.
Thunder and the Black Bears live at the Thunderdome. Thanks so much for joining Mike Basile, Matt Penzick, as Ryan Marker looks to have us talk a little more, but he shot it right into the glove of Liskowitz as 20 seconds have come and gone to the power play.
Yeah, officially, Mike, Delaware, the Thunder 0 for 1 on the power play. It seems such a cheapie when you only have 25 seconds of power play time and you don't score. That does go against your numbers because you really can't do a lot in that period of time. But they are 0 for 1.
And they did get a PK for just the 20 seconds. The PK did go up for the kill. So it is fair.
It evens out. Okay,
it does.
I like the way you think.
Morrissey with a great keep at the blue line all the way across. Ryan Marker. Talk about him quite a bit as he's leading this Thunder team in points. He goes behind the net to Dan Cangelosi, who sent one out to Morrissey, who just couldn't feather it towards the net. Back behind the net, Dan Cangelosi. Delaware looking to put a stranglehold on this game. Binghamton's got to be tired as they've played already 2 this weekend and have traveled every day. Behind the net, it's Cangelosi out to Shane Morrissey, and he fires it right by Liskowitz, and it's 3-0 Delaware.
Asking, ye shall receive, I guess. There's the 3-0 lead. They get the power play, and this first period just continues to go to Thunder way. Second power play goal on the season for Morrissey.
And Morrissey hasn't played a ton of games with this Thunder team, but when he has, like he has the past couple weekends, he's played 5 out of the past 2 weekends, now 6 make it today. And he's been dangerous in those contests. 5:45 to go in the first. 3-0 Thunder. They lead the Black Bears. All the way across it comes. Picked up. Lucchese plays it back into his own end. Tristan McKay back to Alex Basie. As the crowd roars, Liskowitz makes a stop, and Artem Alekin gets his first shift of the evening.
Yeah, they just announced Marker with the assist. He's got 2 assists tonight as he continues to pile up points against Binghamton.
Babin makes a great save as it's 3-0 Delaware. Let's not forget what's going on in the blue paint.
Yeah.
Noah Wild picks it up, gets it up to Lucchese. He's got Alekin in front of the play. He got a touch. Liskowitz played it. Didn't know that Alekin touched it behind the blue line, and Noah Wild pushes it forward. Next whistle will be our media timeout as they work it out to Lucchese, who just feathered it wide of the net. Liskowitz's nets come off from behind him, and in front of the defense is Gino D'Angelo. Binghamton, there's Kirkby. Kirkby with Jurich, finds Jurich, but it bounces just off his stick into the corner. Kirkby picks it up. He walks all the way to the blue line. He leaves it for Powell. Kirkby picks it right back up. Kirkby over to Jurich. Jurich to the backhand. Babin's got it. Rebounds, hits free. Kirkby trying to spin it towards the net. It works to D'Angelo in the corner. All Black Bears now, they know they need a goal in the worst way. Bedard tied up behind the net. It comes free to Marker. Marker picks it up. Right wing side. D'Angelo knocks it down at the blue line. Give away to Morrissey. Morrissey, right wing side, working to the net. Colin Fitzgerald there. Oh, Morrissey went between his legs and hit it off the crossbar. Cross-ice pass, Charlie Bedard. Marker looking back door off the stick and out of play of Liskowitz. 4:04 to go. Media timeout at the Thunderdome. Back at the Thunderdome. Face off to the right of Liskowitz. Mike Basile, Matt Penzick. Matt, we were talking about it's a dream start for Delaware here. 3-0 at home against a tired Black Bear team.
Yeah, I think the key right now, Mike, is just do not allow a goal. You don't want to, you don't want to take your foot off the gas because keeping your foot on the gas is what's gotten you the 3-goal lead. But I think the key is now to tighten things up defensively and not allow Binghamton to get one late here in the first.
And here comes Nikita Ivashkin, right wing side. He's definitely someone who could get one. Drops it off. Babin takes it up high but makes the save. Boular puts it towards the net. It's tipped. Work down low. Cross-ice pass. And Delaware just can't be beat at the blue paint area as Trevor Babin's having answers left and right here. Ryan Marker spins off behind the net. 3:30 to go in the period. Marker gave it away to Ivashkin. Lucky for Marker, it rolled on him, and it's on the stick of Alex Basie now.
Yeah, you talk about save percentage leaders. Trevor Babin leading that way tonight, stopping all 16 shots he's faced.
Marker with a shot, blocked, came right back to Andrusenko. He looks for some space, and his shot was blocked and nearly hit our goal judge down at the far end of the ice, but everyone appears to be okay with 3:13 to go in the first.
Yeah, I think it hit something in the air system, the HVAC system here. Don't want to do any damage to that. Need to keep it cool here in the Thunderdome.
Good thing we got Air Doctor right there. Make sure everything's okay. Thank you to all of our corporate partners, obviously, but big shout out to Air Doctor, Doring Law.
That was unintentional, but I guess I did set you up for that one.
Set me up perfectly as Stevens tips it home. Speaking of set up perfectly, Bedard set him up perfectly.
Kyle Stevens against his former team, and the Thunder have a 4-0 lead.
Right on the doorstep, Kyle Stevens makes it 4-0. Wow. Not much more you could say than wow. His 6th of the year.
Just his 4th game here with the Thunder. It was all smiles and handshake with his former team and the training staff for Binghamton before the game, during the pregame skate, but he gets one by his former teammate, and it gives the Thunder a 4-0 lead.
Unbelievable. We were talking about not giving up a goal. How about scoring another one? It's 4-0 Delaware. Not exactly, I'm sure, what Binghamton was expecting when they pulled up to the Thunderdome today. Stevens behind the net, giveaway to Lines. Here's Gavin Abbott trying to put it forward. Laporte plays it back to Stevens. Working back door for Cangelosi, and here come the Black Bears the other way. 3-on-2 to the attack. Cangelosi and Vanderweel tie up. He ends up down on the ice, and they're going to get them both here. Vanderweel for a dive, and Cangelosi for a rough, I would assume.
And it just makes this a little bit more difficult for Binghamton, too. Down 4-0, playing their third in as many days. They don't have the fresh legs that Delaware has. I mean, I think it's just the balance of, like, how's their stamina versus a team that in Binghamton that does have that firepower. They can put the puck in the net. They got some of the best scores in the league, but they are playing their third game in 3 days while Delaware is well rested.
Face-off's going to be the right of Trevor Babin. 4-0 Thunder lead. 2:38 to go. It's 4-on-4 hockey. And Powell has the draw roll right to him. Powell working on Marker. Works it over to Jurich. Came right back to Powell, though. He fires one. That's blocked by McKay. Delaware doing a great job of buying into the system of eating shots here. Morrissey forces a turnover. Kirkby wanted a call on the couple hacks he took from Tristan McKay. Morrissey's out left wing side, working on a forward in Tyler Jurich, so Morrissey gets by him. Liskowitz makes the save with the shoulder as the net popped free, but Owen Liskowitz has no problem popping that right back on. The 6'4 goaltender has given up 4 in the first, as Trevor Babbitt on the other side has been perfect. To the attack is Marker. He has it roll off his stick, and Fitzgerald's going to be the first to it. Colin Fitzgerald slows down. 1:12 of 4-on-4 time, and here's Tyler Jurich. Jurich going to work forward with the puck. You know he's looking for a goal to get his team back in this game. Powell through traffic, tipped right on, rebound, Kirkby shot it wide. Oh, it's been that kind of day. Jurich tries to jam it home, and they're saying he does. Yes, he does. It squeaks behind Babin. It's 4-1.
Oh, that is so dangerous. Babin lost his stick in that exchange, but then he was able to hug the post, cover the puck. What are they rolling here?
Babin saying he stopped it. The official pointed to the back of the net, and they're saying it's 4-1.
Yeah, they did. Because when the first time that we saw the puck after that, it was on Babin's pad outside the post, and I think that's what the Thunder bench thinks as well.
I'm looking here. Going to be tough to see here, as it's tough to tell, as Babin was just pinned against the post. Joe Brennan in the way as well, and it's tough to tell.
I mean, I guess you have to go with he had the better view. He was right there behind the net, the official that made the call, so he must have seen something that made him make the call.
They're saying it's a goal.
Binghamton goal.
Sorry to cut you off, Matt, but they point to center ice, and it's a good hockey goal. Babin can't believe it.
The Thunder bench can't believe it. They're still arguing their case. And as I said, when we saw the puck, it was on his pad, right by the post. Now it did look like it pulled out a little bit, but for a goal to count, the goal has to go all the way across the goal line. It can't be like just laying there partially on the goal line. It has to go all the way through. I guess the official, he must have seen that because he was the one behind the net that made that call.
Right, and for us, it's almost impossible to see because Trevor Babin was pinned up against that post. So anybody in the arena, it has to be tough to see. There's Artem Alekin. He works it through to Nikita Andrusenko. Andrusenko's going to pick up speed left wing side. He takes a hack on the hand, stays strong on the puck before spinning down hard into that corner. And working out is Sam Turner. Turner to the attack. His pass ended up on the stick of Alekin, and then it came right back to Turner. Turner goes down low. Kirkby on the backhand looking for Jurich. His pass was knocked down by Brennan. Tried to go right back to him, but Andrusenko find the puck. Nikita Andrusenko's going to break out down Main Street. He gave it away to Kyle Powell. Turner helped him out, and now it's Tyler Jurich out left wing side. Have Jurich and Powell played the whole period, Matt?
It seems like it. It seems like every time I'm looking down, 22's down there for the Binghamton Black Bears. Let's just see if we can navigate the final 40 seconds here. They gave up one. Don't want to give up another one and make what was just a great first period a little dicey after you build a 4-0 lead.
Ivashkin behind the net. He's looking for some help. Finds it at the point in Turner. Pass handcuffed Turner, but it comes right back to Ivashkin. Backdoor pass. Great play by Stevens. Gualar finds the puck, and Bedard pokes it out of the zone. Charlie Bedard has been a great addition to this Thunder team. Bouncing puck ends up on the stick of Alex Basie behind his own net. Not much time left in the period, just 12 seconds. Newberg got it to Ivashkin. Ivashkin pulled off his stick by Morrissey. Retreating is Pekarski as he goes all the way across. This one should be an icing. Is it going to have the legs? They say no, and that will do it for period 1 at the Thunderdome. After 1 period of play, the score 4-1 Thunder. Will be back in a jiffy to get you all caught up on all things period 1. Back here on the Delaware Thunder YouTube channel, DelawareThunder.com, YouTube.com. Shots on goal 19-16 in favor of the Black Bears. That's kind of what we were talking about, Matt. Trevor Babin was phenomenal, 18-19.
Oh, and you got to go back to like the first 10 minutes of that first period when it was just a Black Bear versus Babin down low, and and Babin just cut down the angle, made the save, kept Delaware in this game where Binghamton could have had 2, maybe 3 goals in those first 10 minutes. Babin kept them in, and that allowed Delaware then, the Thunder, to crank up their offense and get 4 by Liskowitz.
4 goals, 4 different players. Dan Cangelosi, Nikita Andrusenko, Shane Morrissey, Kyle Stevens. Assists came from everywhere as well. J.C. Moritz popped in a point. Morrissey added another one. Wyatt Lawrence got his first pro point. Just a lot of guys chipping in early.
Yeah, I like one with the Lawrence because that was a rush that it kind of got bogged down. He was having trouble controlling the puck. He was bouncing the puck up in the air on the stick, and then he got control of it, put on a burst to get through the blue line, and then set up that goal. So that was a nifty one. And now we got 40 minutes of hockey, Mike. They always say the toughest lead to protect is a 2-goal lead. How about a 3-goal lead with 40 to go against a team with a lot of firepower? If it weren't for that one towards the end there, and I don't know if you want to dub that one a controversial goal or not. From our vantage point, it looked like Babin had made the save. The only thing I can go with is the official behind the net. He's looking at it, so he's the one that made the call. So he had the best angle, and that gave Binghamton that put them on the board with just over 90 seconds to go in the period.
Yeah, not much we can question there. As like you said, we were blocked by not only Trevor Babin, Joe Brennan as well, right in kind of our vantage point here, as we just saw the puck sitting outside of the blue paint after the fact,
right.
But could it have popped out?
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah. And, that was such a shame because, Babin made a fantastic save just before that, but lost his stick as a couple players got near him. So he's out of the stick. He's trying to make a save with his pads, and apparently there was enough of it beyond the goal line for it to count as a goal.
We're going to take a quick break. When we return, second period action from Back here on the Delaware Thunder YouTube channel, DelawareThunder.com, YouTube.com. It's the Thunder and the Black Bears live at the Thunderdome. We'll switch sides. Now Trevor Babin to my left as I peek over, and Owen Liskowitz to my right as I peek over. We appreciate everybody tuning in to Delaware Thunder Hockey, and whether you're a Black Bear fan or a Thunder fan, we appreciate the support. That was the Holiday Inn Express intermission report. Thank you to the Holiday Inn for sponsoring our breaks here. 2 minutes, second period, 20 minutes up on the clock. Man, that would have been a short period.
I think at this point, protecting a 3-goal lead, I'll take a 2-minute period.
You are absolutely right, sir. Delaware would have been fine with that. And you look at Kirkby right here, who's brand new. He's missing a couple chiclets, it looks like, so he looks exactly like a hockey player should. As we are back for period number 2. Thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate your support of the Federal Prospects Hockey League. Ryan Marker looking to change the course of this one and give Delaware their 4-goal lead back, but he just chipped it wide of the net. Knocked down by Boilard. Centering pass, they tried to go backdoor to Marker, nothing doing, as Delaware sets it up. Nikita Andrusenko spins it back to Ryan Marker. Marker tries to work it free. This one pops out from behind the net. Ryan Marker sends it back to where it came from. Nikita Andrusenko tried to pick it back up on the pass from Morrissey to no avail, and he arms up as taken down behind the net was Pekarski. No arms up, and Ryan Marker jams one back out to the front, and Liskowitz pops the net off.
Well, good start to the second period with the Thunder controlling the offensive zone puck possession. Mike, I got to think the key to this one, you mentioned several times that this is the third game in as many nights, days for Binghamton. Delaware's got the fresher legs. Use Andrusenko, use your fast players, and, just keep the foot on the gas and let's tire them out and see if we can get some more goals against by Liskowitz.
Randomness agrees with you, Matt. 2 minutes is probably better for Delaware. Anytime you're holding on to a league and you see that clock ticking, you're going to be happy. As this one's won back to Charlie Bedard, who's been very good for this Thunder team. And Cangelosi had it on his stick all alone in the low slot, but couldn't do anything with it. Kirkby shown the Thunder bench as he's checked into it by Dan Cangelosi. Liskowitz wears number 72, just like Sergei Bobrovsky in the NHL. This one bounces over Jurich's stick. He's got D'Angelo working towards center ice, and he chips it right by him, and Bedard gave it away to Kirkby. Kirkby goes for the lap behind the cage. He's going to take the full tour of Harrington. He's going to see all the businesses as that one's tipped just wide. D'Angelo tried to jam it back out in front. Got it to Kirkby, rolled off his stick. Stevens up to Laporte, left wing side. Laporte working on Lines. Lines says no way, and he works it right back out to center. 3-on-2 for the Black Bears. D'Angelo works it up to Kirkby. Got Lines joining the rush. They feather it through to him. He puts one towards the net, and Babin has no problem with that as he saw it the whole way.
All right, well, first shot of the second period for Babin. True to form as he turned away. He turned away 16 of them, or he turned away 19. He turned away 18 Binghamton shots in the first period. Turns away that first one there.
That was an easy one for Trevor Babin as the puck was kind of on edge, so not getting a lot of it was Lines as it just floated in right to the chest of Trevor Babin. That face-off won too clean by Brandon Lucchese, so it comes all the way to the far wall, but Noah Wild pushes it out, and it's sent right back in. They're going to say that stayed on the line, so no delayed icing here as the puck's in the near corner now. Nikita Ivashkin picks it up behind the net. He's looking for Yates out in front. Joe Brennan did a two-pad stack to make sure the puck wouldn't get there. Ivashkin knocked off the puck, but it comes right back to Yates. Yates is always dangerous. There he is, just plays it into space over the stick of Turner, so he's got to retreat back to the neutral zone. Yates back all the way into his own zone as Binghamton will have to set up.
And you got the long bench in the second period. Each team, if they're going to make a change, is particularly on the trying to protect their defensive zone. They got a little bit extra ways to go to skate to do that.
100%. You got to be careful here as this is Emil Strome to the attack. He throws one from an off angle. That's an easy save for Babin. Puck stays behind the net as Joe Brennan chips it into space. The first to it, Emil Strome. Works it free to Gavin Yates. Yates all the way out to the blue line. Oh, look how crafty Gavin Yates is, creating space for himself. All the way behind the net. Strome's got Ivashkin in front. Pass was intercepted by McGuire. McGuire looking up for Marker. Morrissey touched it, slowed it down. Ivashkin had it roll on him. Lucchese pushes it forward. Marker wants it. Marker gets it. Marker left wing side to the attack. Fires off the post. Right through Liskowitz and off the post. Sounded like we got a whistle, but we play on.
Yeah, I thought so too, but we do play on.
Morrissey picks it up, out to the point, it's Basie. Alex Basie waits, looks, finds Marker cross ice. Marker right to the net. On the backhand, tried to jam it past Liskowitz to no avail. Comes all the way out to Morrissey. Morrissey marker behind the net. Marker spins off a man. He's looking for some space. Marker looks for Morrissey. Instead, he retreats back behind the net. This top line's been good. Morrissey out from behind the net. Tries to jam it home. Off the stick of Turner and wide. And Binghamton in trouble. Just clears wide of Babin. And this will be an icing.
Yeah, just a good jump to the start of the second period for Delaware. Morrissey on the backhand there. It was just he got that puck on that backhand. Just couldn't get enough on it to make it really a dangerous shot for Liskowitz. But, you know, for the first 3 minutes, 37 seconds or so, you got to like the way Delaware's starting the game. They are the ones setting the tone, dictating the pace.
Face-off's going to be to the right of Liskowitz. As Nikita Andrusenko's in the dot.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but Binghamton is having trouble with these face-offs because they've had to change players a couple times.
Nikita Andrusenko works it back to Ryan Marker. He's always dangerous, but Liskowitz has no problem with that one.
Yeah, he's dangerous. He's got four hat tricks against Binghamton this season. That's pretty dangerous, and you have to know Binghamton has their eye on him, but you know, he's had some chances. He's had a couple of assists, so he's got already on the score sheet a couple times with the assists. See if we can get one to put one back in the net.
We have a tie-up right off the draw, and Boilard comes away with it. He threw it off the back of his own net. Gavin Abbott holds on as Basie sends him for a ride into his own zone. Abbott pulls back, works it back out. Here come the Black Bears. Newberg's leaking out to center. They could have found him, but Pekarski tried to take the long route to Vanderweel. Now it gets to him. And this puck's all over the place as now it finally finds Newberg. Newberg over to Vanderweel in space, and he scores. What a shot from Vanderweel, and it's 4-2.
Man, what a pass, too. He was so wide open, and that puck did not stay on his stick for long as he whipped it past Babin, and it's now a 4-2 Thunder lead.
That was an absolute snipe from Dan Vanderweel, and that's one where Trevor Babin has no chance. Vanderweel's 6th goal in his 15th game now.
Yeah, the pass was quick. The shot was quick. You know, Babin's got to respect where the puck was, and that's where he was positioned. And when the puck went across ice to Vanderweel, and it was so quick off his stick that he just did not have the time to get back and square up to take away that part of the net.
Face-off one to Laporte. Now Delaware has given up the last two. They scored the first 4, given up the last 2. Cangelosi tries to change that, but his shot was blocked and then just slowly rolled in on Liskowitz, and now he's firing from everywhere as this one hits the glass and comes back to neutral ice. All the way back now in Delaware ice is Charlie Bedard. Bedard picks it up, spins it forward. This one's through the skates of Kyle Stevens. Cangelosi not going to win the race, and we have an icing.
Yeah, now, I mean, they were setting the tone in the first couple minutes here of the second period. They got a couple decent shots off of Liskowitz, but boy, you could just kind of feel the energy taken down the crowd a little bit. Delaware's, now we're in dangerous territory. You have the lead. You had the great start. You still have that multi-goal lead. But, there's so much firepower in this Binghamton team. Four's not going to do it tonight for Delaware.
Jurich had his shot blocked by Stevens. Now the puck comes right back to Jurich. Jurich looking Kirkby, got Kirkby. D'Angelo's back door. Kirkby fires it right over the head of Babin. Powell to the front of the net, chipped on by D'Angelo, and now it's Jurich. Jurich all the way cross ice, Kirkby. Binghamton has the momentum now. Out to the point it comes. Powell through traffic. That's blocked, just rolls wide of Babin. D'Angelo jams the side of the net, tries to work it free. Bedard plays it off the glass dangerously. That just stayed in play. That could have been a 2-minute delay of the game on Delaware.
Yeah, we talked about the Black Bears playing all these games in a row, but now they are the team that look like they have the fresher legs. They have the jump. They are buoyed by this late goal in the first period and one here in the early going of the second.
Great defensive play by Moritz, as now Lucchese's out the other way, and his shot just over the head of Liskowitz, and we'll have a media timeout. 14:46, period number 2. We got a great hockey game. Don't go Back here on the Delaware Thunder YouTube channel, Mike Basile, Matt Penzick. And Matt, we talked about it. Binghamton has found the momentum, and Owen Liskowitz has made a few good saves to start this second period. And that's why it's just a 2-goal lead.
It's sort of like the reverse of what happened in the first period when Babin was the one making the saves, keeping his team in it, and then it allowed the Thunder to get the offense going. Here in the second period, Liskowitz has made a couple good saves, and Binghamton gets the goal, the only goal so far in the second, but it's a 4-2 hockey game right now.
Colton McGuire went for a quick lap of the O-zone as he's seen a good bit of ice time in his first game with this Delaware Thunder team, and he's been solid. He came down up north as here's Wyatt Lawrence. He's a step offside, but that's a good defensive play. Either way you cut it.
Yeah, and I'm going to go, okay, so, you gave up the goal. It does look like Binghamton's got the jump, but can they maintain that? Yeah, you're going to have that, extra rush of adrenaline as you get back into the game, but can you maintain that now for, like, the second half of this game, the final, 20, 30-some minutes of hockey? Can you maintain that rush of adrenaline? They usually are in short spurts, so I'm going to still go with the Thunder have the fresher legs. They just need to push the play, make Binghamton the tired hockey team.
Strome throws this one straight over the head of Trevor Babin. Basie gave it away to Gavin Yates. Yates takes a bump, rolls behind the net. Tristan McKay finds it. McKay works it up through Shane Morrissey, and Ryan Marker's going to go 1-on-2 to the attack. Marker working on Pekarski, tries to get by him. His pass dropped back to Morrissey, and Liskowitz gets big and makes the save. They scored a goal exactly like that the other day. Morrissey forces a turnover, trying to find a way to get it back to Marker. Instead, he flips it free to Andrasenko, who finds Marker, and he buries it. And Delaware is right back up by 3. It's 5-2.
There he is, Ryan Marker, doing what he does best, score goals and doing it against the team that he has great success in Binghamton. He's got a couple assists in the first period. He lights the lamp here in the second.
And you talked about it. That's so important right there for this Thunder team, as now they have that 3-goal lead maintained. I should say restored.
Restored, yeah. I mean, because it looked like, we were on that sort of edge where this one could get a little sideways. Binghamton had the momentum, and he just snatched it right back. 34th on the season for Marker.
It's a beautiful finish by Ryan Marker right on the doorstep. And here's Noah Wild right back to the attack. Wild flips one towards Liskowitz. That one just rolls wide. And Liskowitz, I don't believe, was expecting to play last night. Ended up in the game, so I'm sure he is a bit tired as he just played last night and had to spin right back to action. Lucchese's going to gain entry to Black Bear Ice. Brandon Lucchese looks for space. His shot's blocked and out of play.
Yeah, and what it does, Mike, you got the 3-goal lead back. You can dictate the play. If you push Binghamton, make them use energy. In order for them to win tonight, they're going to need to score 4 more goals. So if you can it's going to be a little bit harder to do as you get tired into the later stages of the second and third period. So just keep pushing the play, make them use some energy.
Face-off's going to be to the left of Liskowitz. Bedard's shot was blocked on the way through. Here's Vanderweel. He's got Abbott and Newberg with him. He uses Abbott. Abbott back to Vanderweel. Vanderweel cross-ice pass intercepted. Here comes Justin Laporte. Laporte pushes forward. It's a 3-on-2 for the Thunder. Laporte tries to work one through to Stevens. Can't get it there before Liskowitz covers.
Just a little out in front of him. Boy, Stevens already has one today against his former team. And if that was just if the pass was just a little bit there, Stevens would have been able to get a nifty shot off against Liskowitz. As it is, Liskowitz makes a save, and we have a stoppage of play.
Face-off's going to be to the right of Owen Liskowitz now.
Boy, he is a big guy there between the pipes. I mean, you talk about 6'4", but, man, he's big.
He is big as these two teams battle on in period 2 as Stevens forces a turnover behind the net. He tries to work out to the front with it. Stevens ties up, and it's found by Kirkby. Kirkby works it up to D'Angelo. Gino D'Angelo out from behind his own net. D'Angelo plays it forward. Gave away to Stevens. Stevens pushes it forward, and here's Danny Cangelosi. Cangelosi to the attack. That shot's blocked. Never got through to Liskowitz. Rebound as we get the whistle that the net popped off its mooring.
Oh. Good hustle there by Cangelosi. He didn't get the first shot to go, but the puck came right back on him, and he took it behind the net to try to get a second scoring chance. But this is where we're talking about. Keep the play down at this end. Make Binghamton work. keep the foot on the gas and put the pressure on. They've done a good job most of this period keeping the play down on this side of the ice.
Face-off's going to be to the right of Liskowitz. As it's one to Ryan Marker, who shot through traffic, is blocked. And here comes Jurich. Jurich got Gino D'Angelo to his left. Drop pass now Kirkby. Kirkby, no one in front of the net, so Babin just easily steers that away from any type of danger. Morrissey and Jurich battle with each other. Morrissey wins the battle as Jurich ends up down on the ice. Puck ends up in Black Bear ice. This one's feathered toward Morrissey. And Colton McGuire finds it. McGuire to the attack. Great toe drag. Got free. Tries to get a shot towards the net. Gets it over to Morrissey, whose shot was blocked on the way through by Lines. Great little move by Colton McGuire, who gave the how do you do. Now it's Sam Turner. He gave it away and got it right back to Colton McGuire. Now it's Nikita Andrusenko behind his own net as Morrissey starts the breakout for Delaware. Played it into space. Ryan Marker finds it. 3-on-2 for Delaware. Both defensemen up in the rush, and Marker scores right through Liskowitz. That's one he's going to want back, Matt.
Most certainly, but hey, Ryan Marker, again, scoring goals against Binghamton. This is a guy who's got 4 hat tricks this season against the Black Bears, and for the second time in the period, he gets one by Liskowitz. You talk about restoring a 3-goal lead, Mike. They've restored that 4-goal lead. They've gotten the goals back that they gave up after jumping out to a 4-0 lead tonight.
All right, Binghamton, we talked about, got the next 2. Now Delaware has the next 2 after that as this high-scoring affair continues.
And again, it just makes the task more difficult for Binghamton now. In order for them to win, they got to get 5 on this, playing their 3rd game in as many nights, 35th of the season for the big goal scorer for Delaware, Ryan Marker. You talked about his points per game. It's one of the best in the FPHL, and it's only going to go up after tonight.
Lucchese looking to add another one as he just shot it wide of the net. Noah Wild pokes it out to the point. Ivashkin comes away with it, and here come the Black Bears 2-on-1 to the attack. Strome and Ivashkin. Ivashkin settles it back to Gavin Yates, but the puck rolled off his stick. Yates picks it back up. Out to the point. Boilard through traffic right in the glove of Babin, looking like a catcher as he frames the strike.
Yeah, he had it all the way. He had that, the line with the puck, and it really didn't have a lot of mustard on him. So I'd say probably one of the easier and more welcome saves Trevor Babin's gotten tonight.
Faceoff will be to the right of Trevor Babin.
He's gone post to post so many times. I think he'll just take a routine pop-up and settle things down.
Oh, he's going to be more than happy with that save as, guess what? It counts just as much as the post-to-post ones, doesn't it? Charlie Bedard gave it away at the half wall, but it squeaks through the legs and back out to center where Colin Fitzgerald dumps it right in on Trevor Babin. Babin knocks it down and plays it through to Charlie Bedard. 10:40 to go in period 2. We haven't even reached the halfway mark of this game, and we have 8 total goals as Laporte bumps Abbott. Puck poked forward, knocked down by Fitzgerald. J.C. Moritz has it now. Moritz up to Kyle Stevens. Stevens to the attack. Drop pass, got it through to Laporte. Laporte goes behind the net, back to Stevens where he picks it up. Kyle Stevens out from the half wall. Centering pass, got through, jamming away at Liskowitz's Cangelosi, but he covers and gets a whistle.
Well, it's just an odd bounce of that one. It came right in front of to the side of the post, if you will, and Cangelosi was Johnny on the spot. And if he just got maybe a little bit more of a backswing on, he could have gotten it past Liskowitz. As it is, Thunder with an offensive zone faceoff.
Yeah, and that last one on Liskowitz, I think the shot from Marker kind of surprised him as it beat him right under the blockers. He tried to pin it against his body, but didn't get much on it.
Yeah, Delaware out shooting Binghamton now 29-25. They were outshot in the first period by 3, so they've made up that, and it's working. Put pucks on the net, get goals. That's what they're doing.
Exactly right, my friend. As Vanderweel has this one pulled away from him. Marker's on hat-trick watch. Marker, Andrusenko, and Vanderweel tie up in the corner. Fitzgerald gets involved, and Fitzgerald finds the puck.
Yeah, they were tied up because Vanderweel was holding Andrusenko's stick.
Puck poked out to the center. Hey, it's not a penalty if you don't get caught. That's at least what Vanderweel's saying right now, as Andrusenko's right back to the attack at the half wall. Andrusenko over to Joe Brennan. Joe Brennan looking for space, works it out to McGuire. McGuire tries to poke it down low, does get it there, but Newberg's going to be the first to it. Newberg over to Andrusenko. Nikita Andrusenko is Newberg and Marker tied up a little bit late there, and the crowd's unhappy about that. Joe Brennan holds up, creates space for himself. Pretty little move by Joe Brennan out to Morrissey, and Liskowitz made a great A save with the blocker. Out to the point, Joe Brennan. Brennan fires, save by Liskowitz. He just doesn't look 100% as that one squeaked by, and he's looking at that right skate. I wonder if he's having a little issue there, as that just looked a bit awkward to me.
Yeah, it was 5-on-5 there, but you would have thought the Thunder on the power play, the movement they got on them.
Newberg with an easy one for Trevor Babin. Is not sure if Newberg took a shot late there as he's slow, but Marker's in the other way, and he shot it off the post. Kirkby with a good play to poke it back out, but it's sent right back in. Morrissey on his backhand, looking for Andrusenko. It ends up right in the pads of Liskowitz, and we get a whistle. Media timeout. We'll take a break when we return. Back here on the Delaware Thunder YouTube channel, Delaware and Binghamton live at the Thunderdome. Thanks so much for tuning in on your Sunday afternoon. Pretty nice day outside. You're watching a great hockey game as Delaware's been all over Binghamton, 6-2. They look very good tonight. Stevens spins it right from the point down behind the net. Justin Laporte picks it up there. Laporte ties up with Lines. Like we talked about, Lines and Kirkby, two of the new additions. Basie spins it behind the net. Cangelosi works it out front. Justin Laporte finds it. Laporte plays it into space. Skating into it is Bedard. Bedard saying, I score almost every game. Cangelosi ties up. He spins it towards the net. Bouncing puck pokes free and back out to center. Now we got a penalty coming on the Thunder. I believe it's going to be a slash. I think it's Cangelosi.
And you are correct. And he is not happy about that at all as he has some words as the door in the penalty box shuts closed. But for the second time tonight, Binghamton going on the power play. Their first one was an abbreviated 20-25 second one that they did not get a goal on.
It's going to be a 4-minute power play. They added an unsportsmanlike to Cangelosi as well.
Yeah, I wonder if that is, when I looked down in the penalty box, he was still yapping, and I don't know if that had anything to do with that extra 2 minutes, but
yep, that definitely was it.
Yeah, well, things have been going so well, Mike. 4-goal lead, but again, this is the best power play team in the league, and you're playing with fire with that double minor up on the board. You're staring at 4 minutes of penalty kill now.
Faceoff's going to be to the right of Trevor Babin. Gavin Yates in the dot. So important to win the faceoff for either team as this one's won to Jurich. As now it's Powell right wing side. Powell looks for space as he opens up and works it to Kirkby. Kirkby back to Powell. Powell, too much time and space off the glove of Babin. Jurich finds it out to the point. Kirkby. This is big for Binghamton as now it's Jurich again. Jurich has it roll on him. Bedard finds it and clears.
There we go. Just get it out. Just get a chance to get a line change, get some fresh legs on the ice, make Binghamton work.
It's all about simplicity on the penalty kill. It always is. Powell up to Yates, who's been a little quiet today. Again, we knock wood as Gavin Yates can explode at any second. Yates out from behind the net. Goes all the way cross ice. Kyle Powell. Powell backdoor Jurich. Save Babin. Rebounds. It's free right outside the blue paint, and it's cleared by the Thunder.
Yeah, Jurich dangerous there. He's one of the top scorers on the team, has the second most power play goals in the league, and able to survive that one.
Kirkby with a drop pass. There he is. That is Emil Strome. Strome out to the point. Powell cross ice. Jurich in space. Kirkby off the skate of McKay and rolls to the corner. Bedard very aggressive on this penalty kill. 2:43 to go to it. Emil Strome over to Jurich. Jurich out from the half wall looking for space. Now he works it out to Powell. Powell opens up for Jurich. Puck really not sitting well for this Black Bears team as Jurich steps into one. It's tipped by Kirkby and right by Babin. It's 6-3 and 2 more minutes of power play time.
Well, that was just like a pinball there. I mean, I thought the Thunder had that covered pretty well. There was just a little sliver of open space to work with, and they found it, and it got between the pads of Babin, and it's a 3-goal lead, and they still will have another 2 minutes of power play.
Yeah, it was so critical to kill off that 2 minutes for Delaware, so they didn't have another 2 minutes of power play, but they'll still have 2 minutes of power play now. Juritz just right off the stick of Kirkby, and no chance for Trevor Babin.
I mean, that's one of the, he's got 12 power play goals, 41 on the season. 41 of his goals, 12 have come on the power play.
Right as we're getting the clock sorted away here, they just got to take down the 2:29 of the first penalty. There we go.
Yep.
All figured out pretty quickly there, Matt.
I mean, correction, it's 42nd on the season because Jurich has one already today.
Unbelievable.
Even strength and now a power play.
How good this power play has been. Breaking out of their own zone, it's Lines. Maverick Lines works it over to Sam Turner as Binghamton looks to cut the lead back to 2. This has been a high-scoring affair. It's 6-3 in period number 2. Talk about crazy. Lines forces a turnover. He's got space on the near side. He goes to Nikita Ivashkin. Ivashkin backdoor. Newberg. Great play by Lucchese to make sure nothing comes of that. Delaware gets it to center and even further as it rolls past Lines and into Black Bear ice. Basie finishes Lines. Good little check, but Ivashkin finds the puck. Now Basie's got to get back, but good play by Laporte to make sure Ivashkin can't break out cleanly. Here's Turner. Turner to the attack, right down low. Vanderweel. Puck rolled on him. Brennan plays it to the corner. Ivashkin poked it free, and there's Lines. Lines over to Turner. 1 minute to the power play. Turner looking for Ivashkin. He opens up for himself now. Goes down low to Vanderweel. Off the pads of Babin. Poked free, and Vanderweel gave him an extra shot. Laporte and Basie not happy about that.
Yeah, I think Babin locked in on that. You know, when the puck went low, he was able to jump down on it, stop the initial shot, and then he was able to cover it so there wouldn't be that rebound and allow another shot to take place.
53 seconds to kill for Delaware here as Morrissey and Andrusenko come out as the two forwards. McKay and Bedard on the back end, and Newberg gingerly over to the bench.
Got Jurich taking the draw. He's got 1 power play goal. He's got 2 on the night.
Yates out to the point, opens up for Kirkby. Huge pad save by Babin, and Bedard took care of the rebound as Strome had some space. That one hits the light. I don't believe that should be a penalty because that is not directly out of play. It is not. 43 seconds left to the power play.
Yeah, it's just one of those unfortunate things, like, just hit the light. Delaware really could have used that clear right there with 43 seconds left on the power play, and it was heading towards a puck that would go all the way down, but instead we got the face-off here in the Binghamton offensive zone.
Yake squeaks by McKay, and I mean squeaks by as he just got under him. Morrissey clears. All the way down where Liskowitz knocks it down. 30 seconds to the power play. Liskowitz knocks the stick out of Andrusenko's hand. I believe it was incidental, but it worked out for Binghamton because Kirkby has all the time in the world to skate through center. He goes down himself, runs into Babin. Babin gave him a shot. But I understand because Babin's been run a couple times today.
Yeah, he's taken some shots, and again, you're always sensitive to your goalie getting, either a body slamming to him, especially in those type of plays where it's the end of the play and the whistle's blown and you still have that contact. So yeah, you're going to take some exception to that. Got to give us good play there by Bedard on defense. He was able to hold his own and stand up that rush that prevented really a quality scoring chance.
And Babin's such a competitor. As this one to Yates, he's an emotional guy. He loves to get some wins under his belt as he does have 3 wins this season, Trevor Babin. Harney has the 4th for Delaware. Out to the point, it's Powell. Powell over to Kirkby. 2 seconds left to the power play. That ends. Strome shot blocked. Jamming away at Babin was Yates as the power play expired, and Cangelosi's out of the box.
All right, so they went 1 for 2 on that. And, yeah, you mentioned Babin with the wins. One of those wins against the Binghamton Black Bears.
Correct. Media timeout. We'll be right back. Back here on the Delaware Thunder YouTube channel, Mike Basile, Matt Penzick on the call for this afternoon's tilt. 6-3, and you look at this one, both teams would love a goal before this period ends. Delaware would love to get their 4-goal lead back. Binghamton would love to cut it to 2 like they already had.
Yeah, and momentum right now on Binghamton. At one point in this second period, the Thunder was out shooting the Black Bears 14-7. It's now 15-14 in this period in favor of the Thunder on the shots.
Marker picks it up. He gave it away to Newberg. Newberg shot just wide of Babin, who didn't pick it up because it went right through the legs of Alex Basie. Gavin Abbott spins it behind the net where Newberg picks it up. Newberg spins it all the way around. Pekarski's waiting for it. Abbott picks it up for him, and Marker took it away there. Back and forth we go as Marker works in for Delaware, fires a slap shot right after the blocker of Liskowitz. Knocked down by Boular as this is worked out by Pekarski. Basie with a great play to keep it in at the blue line. Ryan Marker creates space for himself, tried to get it through to Stevens, got it there, but Stevens was already behind the net by the time he found it. Kyle Stevens ties up with Newberg, as now it's Pekarski who's got some time to work it out of Black Bear ice. Pekarski's got Ivashkin leaking through. He's brought down from behind by Cangelosi. They say play on. Cangelosi right back to the attack. Working on a man, threw it off the pads of Liskowitz. Basie's going to skate into this one. Bombs away. Big glove save by Liskowitz, and here comes Gavin Abbott. Abbott got some help to his right. He just chips it in deep. That hit a stanchion, and then the ceiling, and goes out of play.
Well, I think that's what the Thunder need now is to take the pressure off of Babin and have more puck possession in the offensive zone. Something, you're going to have like 4 minutes of power play time or nearly 4 minutes like they had just moments ago. So you're going to have to suck that one up. But now that we're back to even strength, get the play back to where it was in the early part of the second period, which is the play to our right and make Liskowitz work and try to make some saves.
Babin was looking up there and asking, what did that hit? So I didn't even know what it hit. It might have hit the light.
The wire was shaking. I don't know if it hit the wire. It's still shaking a little bit. So
yeah, I'm not sure what that clipped on the way out here as Binghamton's having their own problems getting out of the zone, but Wild is stripped by Jurich, and they're going to work out 3-on-2. Here's Tyson Kirkby. Kirkby works it forward to Gino D'Angelo. D'Angelo has it just roll on him, a little help from J.C. Moritz, and there's Wyatt Lawrence, whose name we haven't mentioned in a little bit of time. That one's in the skates of the linesman. Delaware dumps it back in. This is an offside as we get a whistle.
Was it? Boy, it looked like it was, unless I'm not seeing the entire scope of the play, I thought that puck stayed on the blue line and did not go out.
Just a little tough to see with the linesman over there as well. 3-goal hockey game, period number 2, 3:14 to go in that second period. 6-3 Delaware as it stands right now. Face-off one to Powell. Kyle Powell, great pass as he feathers it through to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald behind McKay, tries to jam it under the pad of Babin, but Trevor Babin says no way. Delaware out to center with Noah Wild. Wild left wing side working on Kyle Powell. Wild just chips one right into the breadbasket of Liskowitz and gives him a little spray shower, and Powell didn't like that.
Yeah, maybe, if Babin's getting a couple players rushing at him and making contact, I'm not saying, but you'd be maybe getting Liskowitz, get him off his game a little bit, put a little bit more pressure on him. But Wild there with a nice play, came up on the ice on the breakaway. Got the shot off, but also forces the offensive face-on, so you can try to keep the play down at this end of the ice.
Binghamton right back, moving forward with it as Yates looks to close the gap in this contest. He's in right wing side. He's right by Tristan McKay. Babin makes a huge save. Strome just jams it wide of the net. Morrissey can't clear. Shot through traffic by Lines, goes well wide. Yates looking for some help. Nobody home in a white jersey just yet, but Gavin Yates is still creating. Yates down low off the skates and back out the other way. That was Emil Strom.
There's way too much of that going on in the last couple minutes here, Mike.
Basie shot through traffic. Liskowitz uses that big frame to just blocker it away. And here's Ryan Marker behind the net. Marker spins it off to Joe Brennan. Brennan looking for space, someone to help him out. Nobody home in a black jersey just yet. He goes behind the net to Marker. Marker on his backhand. Spins free just for a second. Marker looking for help, and he rolls it behind the Black Bear net. Morrissey finds it. Morrissey now is Delaware. Best shift in a long time for the Thunder. Morrissey looking to score off of it, but he shot it high and wide. Nikita Andrusenko in this top line looking dangerous right now out to the point. Pass got away from Basie, and he's going to work through Ivashkin as he bumps him off the puck. Yates picks it up, though, in the O-zone. Yates slows, waits, fires, save Babin. Rebound popped free. Nikita Ivashkin picks it up. He dangles through the skates of his own player, Gavin Yates. Ivashkin still has it. Ivashkin looking for a shooting angle. Can't find one, and Turner works it down low, but Basie intercepts. Here's Ryan Marker, right wing side. Ryan Marker to the attack. He stops. Now he goes back, picks up the boots moving as he's through the O-zone. He's looking for some help. Can't find any right now as he's draped all over by Tyler Pekarski. But Marker just using that strength to get it out to the point. Joe Brennan sends it right back behind the net. Shane Morris, he picks it up there. This top line for Delaware has been more than dangerous tonight. Andrus Sanko waiting, and everyone on this line does have a goal already. We've only played 1 period and 19 minutes. 1 minute left in period number 2. Here's Nikita Ivashkin. Into space, it's Sam Turner. Turner working on a man, tried a toe drag, lost it, but it ends up on the stick of Yates over to Ivashkin, and he just can't pull the trigger. Laporte's well behind the defense, but the puck just rolled under his stick, and we get a whistle.
Oh, was he ever. He was waiting for it. He was calling for it. It just went a little beyond him, or it would have been one on none, one with him and Liskowitz all standing between that and a potential goal for the Thunder. Instead, we do get the offensive zone face-off. Under a minute to go here in the second.
Face-off's going to be to the right of Owen Liskowitz. As we have a bit of a delay before the draw, but they'll drop it. Boulard tries to go up to Gavitt. Gets it there, gets it past Basie, but Laporte with a great play at the blue line on the bouncing puck to keep it in. Cangelosi's going to chase this one down at the far half wall. Danny Cangelosi spins off a man. He's so crafty with the puck, Cangelosi. Cross-ice pass was looking for Basie, never got there. 22 seconds to the period as Laporte dumps it out of play.
Yeah, I was just about to say they've done a nice job keeping the play on this end of the ice, and I think the face-off will stay in the offensive zone. I was waiting to see what they were going to do there.
It's a 3-goal game right now at the Thunderdome. Delaware wants it to stay there. They'd love to add to it, but once again, Newberg just skating off a bit gingerly here. Something looks like in that right leg department for him. Just not right. Face-off one to Stevens. His shot, no problem for Liskowitz. He thought about letting it sit free for D'Angelo, but he jumps on top of it.
Yeah, Cangelosi was sort of lurking, so yeah, you can't blame Liskowitz for covering that one up. Particularly, they're probably thinking the same thing with this play and the offensive end. You don't want to let Delaware scoring a goal in the final seconds.
Cangelosi, Powell. Bouncing puck comes to D'Angelo as the puck really hasn't sit well tonight. As now it's going to be Boulard playing it forward. 5 seconds left. Dan Cangelosi creates a screen to make sure Laporte could just get it to center. Feather one through to Stevens as the clock expires on period number 2. After 2 periods of play, 6-3 Thunder. We'll be back. Period 3 coming up. Back here at the Thunderdome, Mike Basile, Matt Penzick. It's a 6-3 hockey game, Matt. And we talked about the kind of goal flow in this game. Delaware, Binghamton,
right.
Delaware. Now Binghamton at the last one.
Right.
What's going to happen in period 3?
Boy, if I knew that, Mike, I wouldn't have to go over to the casino next door there. But, boy, if it weren't for that power play, I mean, things were just rolling in that second period for Delaware. They were controlling the pace early, and then they had a double minor. Now, and Binghamton did get the 1 goal. Pretty much an even period, though. Each team got 2 goals. The shots are pretty much even. So now does Binghamton have enough gas in the tank to at least get 3 goals in the next 20 minutes to extend the play? I think that's a tall order. Again, this is a team that can score, and scoring 3 goals in a period, nothing new between both these teams, but we will find out in the final 20 minutes.
This might be the toughest period for the Black Bears as well, as we talked about. This is going into their 9th period of the weekend.
Right, yeah. It's a theme that we've been harping on pretty much the entire game, where Delaware, this is their only game this weekend, so you would naturally think they are the fresher team. They have the fresher legs. Again, I like to have them push the pace, keep the puck down in their offensive zone, make Binghamton work, because, again, the Black Bears need to score 3, at least 3, if they are to extend this game into overtime, and they need 4 to win. And any goal Delaware gets, well, that just makes their task even tougher.
Well, I think I can speak for both of us when I say I think we'll see a couple goals in period 3. That's the only thing we can guarantee. After 2, it's 6-3 in favor of the Thunder. We'll be Delaware Thunder Pro Hockey on the Delaware Thunder YouTube channel. Before we start period 3, I want to thank everyone for tuning in this afternoon. Quite the viewing here today of a great game. And everyone knows when these two teams meet, you're going to see two things. Some physicality and some goals. I don't think there's been any disappointment whether you're a fan of either team.
The first 40 minutes, you got that. You did get the physical play. You did get the goals, and you got the goals scored by the players, particularly in that second period, who you would expect to see score goals. Marker had 2. Juric has 2 on the night. He's got 1 in the first period and 1 on the second. The only thing, Mike, and forgive the pun or whatever, don't want to poke the bear, but their number 1 scorer has not tallied 1 tonight, and there's still 20 minutes to go.
Right, there is a lot of time. For Ryan Marker, as you said, goals 34, 35 on the season. He's looking for number 36 and maybe 37.
He's got 4 hat. Yeah, I think he's got a 4-goal game against Binghamton too.
Yeah.
He's got 4 hat tricks against his Black Bear team. So he clearly likes playing against this team.
Oh yeah, as these two teams hop back out onto the ice. There's the Black Bears, and it's Luck of the Irish Day here at the arena, and they kind of fit right in, don't they? Here?
Yeah, good green and black color scheme. Yeah, definitely for this weekend. I saw a lot of green in the Dewey Beach area yesterday. Green, the color of the last couple days here.
Of course, and Shane Morrissey scored goal number 5 this evening on a beautiful tally. Wyatt Lawrence recorded his first point. Just a couple things to catch you up if you missed it, but we're only a couple minutes away from period 3 as Basie, Babin, and company are back out on the ice, and the Thunder are ready to roll here. The Thunder and the Black Bears live from the Thunderdome. Period 3 coming your way, and it's been Owen Liskowitz in the cage, and I wondered, do you think at any point they looked to Marcillo at all?
I would say no. Liskowitz, we were talking about the guy who's one of the top goaltenders in the league, second in save percentage, second in wins. He's got 13 wins heading into this one. Yeah, I know he played some last night as well, so he's got that, playing basically 2 games in less than 24 hours. But I think he's the best option for Binghamton. And, he's had his moments where he's been able to turn away some quality shots by Delaware. It seems like Delaware likes playing against him and this team because some of their best offensive games this season have come against the Black Bears.
Right, and we're looking at the Black Bears bench here. You know who we haven't seen tonight? Eric Oganezov, number 91, on the bench. And we saw him in warm-ups. We talked about him for a second. We haven't seen him on the ice.
That's a good point. You're right, because we did see him in warm-ups.
Yeah, it hasn't. Then maybe had a shift or 2, I would say, but haven't seen much of Oganezov.
I don't recall really calling his name at all.
Right, as this team is looking for back-to-back wins after losing 4 straight to Black Bears.
Yeah, again, the key, I think for Delaware, the game plan's worked. The game plan, it's gotten you 6 goals. It's gotten you a 3-goal lead. I think if you asked them before the game, will you take a 3-goal lead heading into the third period? Yes, you will. And it's just a matter of keeping out of the penalty box. They've been there twice. Did allow 1 goal on 3 power play attempts. So that could be the thing that gets Binghamton back in the game. Let's see if we can not allow them those opportunities.
Cross-ice pass over the stick of Juric. This is going to be a delayed offside as Morrissey spins it back out to center. And there's nothing like the glimmer of the fresh ice after it's been cut. Just looks beautiful. And by the time 10, 15 minutes is up of this period, it's going to look nothing like this. McKay to Marker as they work it back to center. Delaware, you don't want to be in a defensive shell, but you want to take care of the puck. Here's Kirkby, right wing side. Kirkby goes cross ice. Got a man, Juric. Oh, my! Babin made an incredible save with the toe to keep it at a 3-goal game. Liskowitz covers at the other end for a whistle.
Yeah, my goodness, Babin just came up big. So many saves that he's had today. He's like, that's his best one. That's his best one. I think you might want to go with that's the best one, considering the quality of the save and the situation where we are in this game.
That is huge. It could have been 6-4, just about 30 seconds in to this period, but instead it remained 6-3, and Trevor Babin made his save of the night for sure on Gavin Yates. That's what we talk about. He's a competitor. This one comes right out to Gavin Abbott. Abbott in the skates of D'Angelo nearly was a problem as Cangelosi forced it away. Laporte to the net, fluttering that way. That one's hit with a high stick. Abbott's going to touch it next, and that will blow it dead.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier about going at the defensive shell. I don't think you can do that if you are the Thunder, because that's not what got you here. What got you here was an aggressive play, fast play. just stick with the game plan. This is not the time to go into a defensive shell, and they haven't so far. We've got about 57 seconds of play here, and certainly the Thunder haven't shown an inkling that that's what they plan to do.
No, and you got to stay out of the box too, Matt. That's 100%, as we talked about this lethal power play. Laporte forces a turnover. He's been good in all three zones tonight, which is nothing new for Justin Laporte.
Yeah, I feel like you've said that several times. Laporte forces a turnover.
Yeah, he's just a hard-working player, grinds, and when a player like that pots one, you're always a little extra happy. As Gavin Abbott looked like a soccer goalie there, kicking it away, as now it's Gino D'Angelo to the attack. He's going to slow down, working on Joe Brennan, and Joe Brennan has no problem there as he just snuffs him off into the wall and gets it to Justin Laporte. Laporte cross-ice Brennan. Stevens behind the defense. Got Cangelosi with him. Stevens chips it through to Cangelosi off the stick of Lines, and it comes to the corner. No danger there. Stevens spins it behind the net as you hear those horns at the Thunderdome that are so beloved by the fans here. As Newberg's taken down by Stevens, and Abbott's got some room to skate out to center. Abbott's on his backhand. He chips it right into Colton McGuire. McGuire works it over to Emil Strome, and now it's Charlie Bedard with it. Bedard, right down Main Street, works by Ivashkin. His shot's blocked on the way through. Ivashkin knocks down that pass, and here he comes out the other way with Noah Wild hassling from behind. Good play by Noah Wild. He forces a turnover, and Delaware doing a good job just eating some clock here, if anything else.
Yeah, it's like, basketball, Dean Smith, the old four corners. It's not quite to that extent, but as long as the puck's down here, you're staying out of danger on the other end.
McGuire with a great play to make sure the puck stays deep. Pekarski ties up with him there. Fitzgerald involved as well. Ivashkin and Lucchese were at the blue line exchanging a couple shots. Strome tried to jump behind the defense. Bedard cut it down. The skates of Lucchese, the puck pops out of. Feathered into space. Fitzgerald's going to have some time to work this back into his own zone and start out for Binghamton.
You're not sure if it's by intent or just the way this one's worked out, but Delaware maybe not looking to press the scoring, but they're definitely holding the puck in the offensive zone. If you had the time of possession, clearly would be in the Thunder's favor. And we mentioned earlier, as long as it's down here, this is the safe place. This is where we want it. It doesn't matter if you're trying to score or not. Just keep the puck down there.
There's how good Gavin Yates is. Works by the whole Thunder team and fires it off the glove of Babin. Sits free behind the net. Comes out to Colin Fitzgerald. Over to Jurich. One more Yates. Babin over to make another great save.
That's tic-tac-toe passing, and Babin strong. Got the pads down, went down to take away that take away the 5-hole, and he makes the save.
Every time Lowrider plays, you just think of George Lopez, don't you?
Not all the time, but now that you mention it, Mike, I probably will going forward in my life.
Face off to the left of Trevor Babin. It's pulled back to big number 6, Tristan McKay. He gave it away to Kirkby, though. Kirkby hassled from behind, then took a big hit from Nikita Andrusenko. Yates has too much time. He's got plenty of space. He can create that for himself pretty quickly. Babin's forced to make another save, that one easier than the first couple of this period.
Yeah, Yates is one of those guys that once the puck's on his stick, and he'll go all over the place in the zone. He'll take it from behind the net, work his way out in the blue line, and he'll still hold it. He's just one guy that's tough to get the puck off his stick. It leaves his stick when he wants it to leave, and that's usually by a pass.
Face off to the right of Babin. Marker pulls it away from Yates, and now McKay is going to have some time to work back out to center. McKay gave it away off the stick of Andrusenko. Yates is in. Good back check by Andrusenko. He takes Yates down. Binghamton bench definitely unhappy as we can hear them through the muffins over our ears.
I think it was clean play.
Shane Morrissey in. Over to Marker. Marker shooting area high and wide. Now left wing side. Jurich left it for Yates. Yates going to skate through center. Now he goes to Delaware ice. Yates looking for space. Got Jurich. That's dangerous. Jurich walks in. Shot was blocked. Willar tries to pull the trigger. Now he can. It's blocked on the way through. Morrissey's got Marker in front of the play.
Yeah, Andrusenko blocked it, and he's heading to the bench.
Marker right wing side had Brennan go into the net. Now he tries to find Brennan. Delaware jamming away at the side of the net. Drops to the feet of Liskowitz, and Jurich will start out with it. Back and forth we go. Not a lot of whistles in period 3 as 4:30 have already come and gone.
Andrusenko took that block, and it definitely affected him a little bit as he's on the bench. And he's one of those fast guys that I like to have on the ice to push the play.
Here's Laporte pushing the play. Speaking of that, getting it over to Cangelosi. Lethal shot just wide of the net. Dan Cangelosi, a tough release for the goaltenders to pick up. Laporte out from the corner, tries to jam it home, got his own rebound, still jamming away at it as it rolls free to the corner. Laporte goes down, then Turner goes down. The refs are going to let him play clearly in period 3. Moritz opens up at the point. They work it behind the net to Laporte. Laporte sends it right back behind the net. Stevens picks it up. His centering pass knocked down by Liskowitz. And Newberg works it up the near wall. Moritz knocks it down at the blue line, rims it right back around the cage. Gino D'Angelo is going to win the battle for this puck, but he's not going to work it out to center. This time he gets it right back, and this time plenty of time to work it out to center, and he works right by Joe Brennan. Moritz and D'Angelo are going to meet in the corner. D'Angelo slows down, creates some space. Joe Brennan finishes the check.
And those are two big guys there.
Two huge guys as Stevens in left wing side. Got a man with him, Lucchese. The puck rolled on Stevens, and Liskowitz poked it away. Comes back to him behind the net. He's looking for some friendly help. Finds it back door in Lawrence, but the puck never got to the net. Bedard tried to throw one towards the net. That's blocked away. That one stays in play somehow with everything in the ceiling around here. Not sure how that didn't get anything. Babin's going to watch this roll off his stick as he tried to let it go wide of the net, but you're not going to give up a goal for an icing, obviously. Lucchese right back to Wyatt Lawrence as Delaware's controlled play, but right as I say that, here comes Emil Strome. Strome to the attack, got Iveshkin with him as this one spun well wide of the net. Iveshkin and Wild tied up. See if anything comes of this as they're still going at it. My guess is if anything, they're both going to go, but they're letting them play right now.
They're still going at it, though.
Wild and Ivashkin. There's a late slash from Ivashkin. Lawrence spilled down to the ice. Wild now takes a bump at Fitzgerald, and here comes Ivashkin. Over to Emil Strome. Strome, Powell, shot, tipped wide. Ivashkin, obviously, he's a bit frustrated now. Powell looking for Ivashkin. Gets it to Ivashkin off the pads of Babin after that. Vanderweel, great play. Good hit by Noah Wild to make sure pucks get out to center. Charlie Bedard left it for Wild, and now it's Lucchese at the red line. Lucchese sends it in deep. That puck looks like it's going out of play, and it does. 13:03 to go. Media timeout at the Thunderdome. Back here at the Thunderdome, Yates and Andrusenko in the dot as these two teams battle on into period number 3. As this period's been a bit slower than the first two, and I don't think that's a surprise with what we talked about with Binghamton. Pekarski's shot goes well wide, bounces right back out in front of the net, rimmed back to Pekarski at the point. He worked it through to Kirkby. Kirkby shot through traffic just wide of Babin. Ryan Marker's going to pick it up at the far half wall. He's just going to hold it against there with a couple of Black Bears all over him. 12:39 to go in period number 3. Delaware's up 6-3 on the Black Bears.
Yeah, glad to see Andrusenko back on the ice after he blocked that one shot and he limped back to the bench, so it looks like he's okay.
Andrusenko over to Morrissey. Good glove save by Liskowitz as Marker wanted it back door. Oh, and Liskowitz with one of his best saves of the night to keep it a 3-goal contest. And you don't want to sound cliche, Matt, but that's one you're going to remember.
Yeah, time running out. They need 3 to send this one to overtime, and anything that Delaware gets that just makes the task a little bit more difficult. So far, so good as the Thunder have been able to navigate the first 7 minutes and 30 so seconds of this one, of the third period.
Yep, Laporte finds it right at the half wall, works it down low to Cangelosi. Stevens would have been in free. Instead, the puck rolled on him, and now Nikita Ivashkin's going to work to the attack. Ivashkin works it over to Newberg, tied up from behind by Stevens. Shot never got through. Delaware doing a great job on the back check. Out to the front of the net, it's Turner through traffic. Shot was blocked, as now Delaware scrambling just a bit. Good play by Joe Brennan to make sure nothing comes of that, and J.C. Moritz spins it on to Laporte. Laporte got Cangelosi leaving the zone and finds him. Danny Cangelosi absolutely flying. Shot out of a cannon, and he just shoots it wide of the net. Laporte picks it up. Feathers one cross ice off the stick of D'Angelo, then over the stick of Kyle Stevens. Back and forth we go in this one. as Turner finds it, works it through to Nikita Ivashkin. Cangelosi all over him. Look at the quick edge work by Ivashkin to break free, but then D'Angelo gave it away at the blue line. Bit of sloppy play from the Black Bears as Liskowitz knocks that puck away, and now it's Lines out of his own zone.
Like the way Kyle Stevens is playing against his former team. This is his 4th game with the Thunder. He played 16 with the Black Bears. He has a goal today. He's been able to carry the play. A complete game all around, taking players off the puck. So far, so good for Stevens against his former team.
Great back check by Artem Alekin as they make sure nothing comes of this. And now it's Kyle Powell right down Main Street for the Black Bears. Powell's drop pass was looking for Ivashkin. Instead, it gets to Yates. That's not a problem as Yates goes for a lap behind the net. Centering pass. Ivashkin couldn't do anything with it. Wild dangerously keeps it on the playing surface. McGuire finishes his check out to the front. They just go wide of the net, Gavin Yates. And that's been Binghamton's biggest thing. They get the puck to the scoring area, but either Babin bails them out, the Delaware Thunder that is, or they can't put it towards the net. Yates' shot just goes wide. Bodies everywhere as that shot from Yates goes wide. Now it's Kirkby. Kirkby and Wild tie up in the corner. All Black Bears right here now. Out to the front. Juric tries to jam it home to no avail. Delaware can't clear. Fitzgerald over to Yates. Powell's open back door. He tries to jam it in off the post of Babin. Sits free. Now it's at the feet of Babin, and we get a whistle. Juric and Lucchese going at it. Sticks up everywhere. Alekin's involved.
I'm watching Wild, too, as he's tied up with Powell, and they were one-on-one sort of dancing, and then they moved their way into the scrum in the face-off circle in front of Babin. But another good flurry of saves by Trevor Babin as he hugged the post, didn't allow any space in, and then was able to cover to settle things down and force this face-off.
Face-off's going to be to the left of Babin.
But Wild is wired today because he and Ivashkin were going at it a few minutes ago, and then on this shift, he's making his presence known there as he makes his way to the bench.
We talked about it, a 3-3 is tough, and the team that hasn't played any of those days is going to have the advantage. Doesn't matter if it's NHL, AHL, FPHL, East Coast League. 3-3 is difficult at any level.
Yeah, the legs have got to you start feeling it in the legs. And Delaware should have the fresher ones here in the final period against a team that has played that many games in that such a short period of time.
What a pass by Marker up to Morrissey, but he can't finish over the pad as Liskowitz makes a great save. That's 2 by Liskowitz to keep his team in this game. The flip pass by Marker was special. Gavin Yates is working forward with it. Couple Thunder trail him. Yates right by McKay. Yates to the net. He's tied up and taken down. Looked like a bit of a dive on Yates as well. Penalty coming only to Delaware. As you hear the Delaware bench not happy either. Juric picks it up. He goes behind the net. Powell finds it now. They work it back to Yates. Yates out in front. Jammed off Babin in the back of the net. And I believe Ivashkin got the last touch on it at 6-4.
Well, they did have the extra attacker because they pulled Liskowitz. He went to the bench, so it was 6-on-5 there. And, with Babin not able to get a stoppage of play and that many chances that close to Babin, and you give it to Ivashkin, who has now got 52 goals on the season. The dangerous guy finally gets a goal tonight. Thought we were going to maybe survive this one without him scoring, but he does score, and now it's a 2-goal hockey game.
6-4 now as the 2-goal lead is back. It's been back and forth, and we talk about the power plays for Binghamton. That's not technically a power play, obviously, but the 6-on-5 advantage, as you touched on.
Yeah, they did have the extra attacker, but that was because there was going to be a penalty, but they did score on that. So the penalty, there is no power play at this time for the Thunder.
Well, as we talked about, Delaware's got to be smart and taking a penalty. Not smart against this Black Bears team, as I know there was no power play, but they were going to go short. 6-4, we'll be back on the Delaware Thunder. Back here on the Delaware Thunder YouTube channel, it was Nikita Ivashkin finding the back of the net. That's not a surprise at all, as it's goal number 52 on the season. He has more goals than games played.
Yeah, talk about points per game. Marker's one of the best in the league with that. Well, so is Ivechkin. And as much as Ryan Marker likes to score goals against Binghamton, Ivechkin has sort of the same feel against Delaware. The two big guns going at it. They both have tallied goals and assists today. And we got a wild final 9 minutes to go in this one.
Joe Brennan looking to make sure we don't. Oh, Stevens is wide open back door. Cangelosi's pass was tipped on the way through. Laporte looking for Stevens. Puck never got to him. Instead, it goes to Cangelosi, who threw it off the crossbar. Liskowitz might have got a piece. Looks like he did, as he's holding that shoulder a bit here, as Gavin Abbott slows things down and works it back to Maverick Lines. Now it's Josh Newberg, far side of the ice. Newberg in space. Good move to create some space by Brennan. Line steps into one. That one's off the side of the net. You just saw the water bottle flash, and you got worried for a quick second.
And the net did move, but it was the good part of the net, the outside part.
Vanderweel in the slot, tried to drop it free to Abbott to no avail, and Joe Brennan just plays it out and all the way down for an icing. Had a little bit more time than he thought.
Yeah, I think if he thought, if he had that one back, he would have probably been able to carry it to set the center line with no problem. Instead, because it's icing, that faceoff comes all the way back here. Binghamton Black Bears with an offensive zone faceoff, trying to narrow the gap. Delaware trying to hang on. They entered the period with a 3-goal lead that has been trimmed to 2 as they lead 6-4.
Ivashkin with the only goal in this period so far. With these two teams, you never know when it's going to happen, like it could right here with Dan Cangelosi to the attack. Cangelosi right by Powell, tried to jam it home. Stevens couldn't get it going towards the net. Liskowitz was run into by Fitzgerald, his own teammate. This is Kirkby, my apologies, as the puck sits at center. Powell works it over to Tyson Kirkby. Kirkby top of the circle, works it over to Yates. Yates on Bedard. Yates looking for some help, trying to find anyone. It's Colin Fitzgerald at the point. Yates picks it up at the half wall. Gavin Yates goes down low. Colin Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald behind the net as Kirkby works it free to Jurich. Jurich right back to Kirkby. Kirkby spun to the boards by Bedard. Powell kicks it forward. Kyle Powell works it to Jurich. Jurich out to the point. Yates walks in, steps into one, tipped. Oh, right in on Babin, and he covers for a whistle.
Earlier I said, it seems there's so many saves where you say that's the best one by Babin. That one changed direction. It sort of was going chest high, and then it went off a stick, and it started to make a downward trajectory, and Babin stayed with it, able to cover. Great save by Babin, and it does keep the puck down at this end. Delaware's going to need a little break here. There's way too much puck possession in this moment of the game for the Black Bears.
Faceoff's going to be to the right of Babin. Delaware wins it to Basie. Basie's been very solid today. He's been all over the ice. Giveaway to Nikita Ivashkin, though. Right back out to the front, jamming away are the Black Bears to no avail. Here's Artem Alekin. He plays it. He was behind the red line. We'll see if we get an icing. We will not. Good work by number 17 in black. Takes his man down. Black Bears calling for a hold. This one's worked only as far as center, and Basie picks it back up there. All the way back into their own zone. Lucchese with it. It's a 6-4 game. The next goal is going to be a big one. I say that, but Matt, there could be no next goal.
Yeah, or the way these teams score, even if the next goal is made by either team, it might still not be the one that decides it.
Ivashkin working on McKay. Ivashkin gets free and he scores. Nikita Ivashkin cuts the lead to 1, and it's 6-5.
Yeah, just what you didn't want, just kind of what you feared when you came in this period with the lead that you had. And then now it's down to a 1-goal game. You're protecting a 3-goal lead at the start of the period. And the guy who, I said it right before we went to action here in the third period, you don't want to poke the bear. Well, I must have done that because Ivashkin has scored twice here in the third period to pull his team to within 1. 53 goals on the season for Nikita Ivashkin.
Impressive, as Fitzgerald wanted to go right back forward with it. Andrusenko, though, had other ideas as he's in. He's got Marker far side of the ice. Pass was behind him. Uh-oh, here come the Black Bears 3-on-2. Yates leads the way. Got Kirkby with him. Drops to Kirkby. Fires. Good save, Babin. Where is it? It falls behind him, and it's behind the net. Jurich picks it up. He's looking for some help. We have bodies everywhere in front of the net as Marker's got some time to skate it out. He's going to use the boards and get it up to Morrissey. Morrissey works by the linesman. Now he's working on Fitzgerald. It got free to Andrusenko. Andrusenko holds. Here come the Thunder. Andrusenko looking cross-eyed. Got it to Basie. Shot it right into Liskowitz, though, and we get a whistle.
Yeah, there's been way too much puck possession time for the Black Bears down to our right. That's their offensive zone. So nice job by Andrusenko to kind of work his way, do his magic with his stick, try to create, try to find a shot. And at least for the Thunder, they have the offensive zone face-off. Really like to have them have some puck possessions down here just to keep the heat on the Black Bears.
Smart play by Charlie Bedard to work it back out to center because that puck was rolling on him. Instead of swinging and missing, he just smartly knows we have a one-goal lead. Let's take it back and reset here. Looking to end the one-goal lead is Emil Strome as he's going to break into Thunder Ice right wing side, fire a slap shot into the glove of Babin. Babin wants to play it, but no Thunder player wants him to, so we wait.
Yeah, Vanderweel kind of honing in. Probably smart play by Babin to just settle it down. Vanderweel already has a goal this afternoon. He's going to take the face-off here for Binghamton in the offensive zone for the Black Bears.
Face-off's going to be to the left of Babin, as he's been really good in this contest. As he just gets a touch on that, make sure nothing happens of it. Vanderweel goes out to the front. Strome was there. Puck never got to him. Turner stepped up. So now we have a foot race that Maverick Lyons is going to win. Lyons goes to Abbott. Abbott plays it to Vanderweel, and Vanderweel's in right wing side. Vanderweel feathers one through to Turner. McKay finished Vanderweel, but he made the play. Lyons through traffic. Shot was blocked on the way through. Vanderweel out from behind the net, jamming away at Babin. Where is it? Babin's got it covered, and they say no goal. Vanderweel's got his arms up. They'll say face off to the right of Trevor Babin. We're going to get a media timeout as that puck didn't look like it ever crossed the line from here. Media timeout, 6-5 hockey game in Delaware. Mike Basile, Matt Penzick, 6-5 game. As these two teams are really going at it. Matt, you heard Coach Santini on the bench. Do your job were the words we heard.
That was the message that I took out of that. Do your job. Let's see if the message is received by the Thunder.
Turner through traffic. Babin doing his job, making a save. Don't you love when you get set up for layups like that, Matt? Babin will tell you that was a layup save as well all the way out from the point. But Binghamton's going to push. Delaware's going to have to not break. And you know that's going to be the case, that these two teams are going to be in a bend and break as Binghamton's going to push and Delaware's going to have to fend them off like Babin is there. Kirkby back to Yates. Good play by Andrusenko as this one's chipped nearly into the Thunder bench, but Jurich send it right back on through to Gavin Yates, who takes a hack on the hands from Andrusenko. Yates to the net. Jurich tip. Save Babin. Rebound. Babin got it as well. Here comes Ryan Marker, right wing side. Got Morrissey with him. Marker feathers it through. Morrissey picks it up off the shoulder of Liskowitz.
Yeah, just a little too deep for Morrissey. He had a tough angle by the time he got the puck.
Tyler Jurich trying to get by Joe Brennan. Instead, he just sends it in. End of a long shift for number 22. Powell forces a turnover. He's right in. Looking for Ivashkin. Off some sticks. It ends up on the tape of Newberg. Wallar out at the point. Fire save. Babin out of play.
Hard shot, heard it, but it was from the blue line, and it was low on the ice. Babin had it all the way, did deflect. It does go out of play, but Mike, these teams, this is the 13th game they played this season. The 12 prior, they've been 5 one-goal games. These teams score goals. They play tight ones, and we're in another one here.
Well, we talked about it. We knew it was going to be Binghamton pushing and Delaware just doing everything they can to hold on to the 1-goal lead. And with Binghamton's offense, that's how it is going to be. And Delaware nearly had a chance with Morrissey there to cut it to bring it back to a 2-goal lead, I should say. Dan Cangelosi is going to help Kyle Stevens get it to center. Cangelosi lost it at the blue line. Poular worked it forward. Here's Gino D'Angelo. Got it up to Newberg. Newberg in, fire save Babin. No problems for Trevor Babin.
So unlike maybe the flurry that Binghamton had just a couple moments ago, the last couple shots, yes, they've had shots, but Babin has been able to see it. They've been farther out, and they really haven't had a lot on him. So Babin, he's making these saves, and fortunately they're not in the tough down low where you have multiple sticks going on. He's been able to see them cover him. We have the face-off. That
was going to be goal number 21 for Newberg if he could have found the net there. But like we said, no problem for Trevor Babin. Newberg's been solid as he wears the A for this Black Bear team. Poular all the way back at his own ice with it. There's Emil Strom. Black Bears playing without MJ Miracle. He was suspended last night. Still waiting the length on that suspension.
So we get the 2:40 to go here in the third period. At some point, they're going to think about pulling Liskowitz. They can't do it here with the puck down at this end, but that's got to be at some point, if they are able to get that clear, they'll pull him and get that extra skater on.
There's Andrusenko over to Basie. Basie got Morrissey going to the net, tried to go back door. Nobody home as we have a battle in front between Morrissey and Poular. Marker pops on the ice with 2:20 to go. Delaware just circulating in the D zone until Pekarski's had enough of that. Here's Emil Strom up to Vanderweel. Gavin Abbott's to the attack. Emil Strom gains entry to Thunder Ice, fires a shot that was blocked, came to Abbott just for a second. Marker, can he break free? Yes, Ryan Marker working on Liskowitz, blocker save. Another big save by Liskowitz. He's gotten better as the night's gone on. Turnover by the Black Bears. Chipped forward, Abbott knocks it down. 6-5 hockey game. Can Delaware hold on? Morrissey forces a turnover. Big pad save by Liskowitz. Oh my, it's a goaltender show in period 3 as Liskowitz flashes the blocker. Marker works free of Powell. Cross ice pass. Morrissey was down on a knee, but the puck never got there. Puck chipped in. Delaware calling the D to the bench. That's dangerous. Liskowitz has Marker forces a turnover. Marker's got Cangelosi with him. Marker tried to slide at 5-hole. Liskowitz said no.
Of course, Liskowitz can't come off if they're going to keep the play down at this end. Great job by the Thunder by pressing the play.
Jurich dumps it deep. Babin knocks it down.
Liskowitz is out. He's come to the bench.
Marker's got time. Marker looking for the hat trick. Shot towards the empty net. Just wide. Ryan Marker and Ivashkin's the first to it. 1:05 to go.
Much you want that hat trick. It's with a 2-goal lead, you kind of feel good about that. But this is the 1-goal lead, and that if you don't hit it, you're going to get the icing, and you do force Binghamton to have the face-off in their offensive attack zone.
Looking at Coach Rod Davidson on the Black Bear bench. Are they looking for a timeout call? Not just yet. It doesn't look like. Face-off's going to be to the right of Babin. Is Delaware looking for a timeout? No, they are not. Black Bears are though.
Okay, there we go. Boy. Took a while for that. When they got all situated, we thought they were going to drop it, and then we do get the timeout.
6-5. We'll be back. 1:05 to go. It's 6-5 at the Thunderdome. Face off to the right of Trevor Babin.
6-5 with 65 seconds to go.
Funny how that works. Delaware hoping it ends like this, or 7-5 with the empty net. Binghamton looking for a little more extra time with a goal. As our PA announcer Graydon says, 1 minute remaining. Powell's got Jurich backdoor, finds him. Jurich tries to flip it over the glove of Babin. He says no, and we have a face-off.
Yeah, he was there, but again, it seems to be the trend for the Black Bears in this period that when they have those opportunities, they're not getting a lot on their shot. He was kind of on the backhand, couldn't really do anything with it, but he had to make a shot or he was going to take a hit. And we get another face-off with 52 seconds to go.
Face-off's going to be to the right of Babin. It's one to Jurich. Out to the point, Powell. Powell over to Ivashkin. Ivashkin looking down low. Babin makes the save and gets a whistle. 52 seconds left.
Ooh. Winning a draw here. If they could just win the draw, at least get the puck out of the offensive zone and get a little breather off of this.
Face-off's going to be to the left of Trevor Babin. Yates pushes it sideways. Basie's the only one who knows where the puck is.
Yeah.
Ivashkin finds it. Out to the point, it's Kyle Powell. Powell, down low, Gavin Yates. Yates works it free. There's Kirkby. Kirkby feathers one out to the front. Ivashkin can't do anything with it. Cangelosi's got Marker with him. Looking for the empty net. Floated towards it. Powell knocks it down before it could get there. Delaware's got to get back as Powell, with a quick up, finds Gavin Yates. Yates pokes it by Bedard. They're trying to get it through to Ivashkin. Giveaway. Marker sends it into space. Cangelosi skates into the puck. Towards the empty net, just wide. Cangelosi and Powell collide. One rash rush for the Black Bears. Jurich up to Ivashkin. Ivashkin to the attack. Always dangerous, Nikita Ivashkin. Charlie Bedard makes an A1 play towards the empty net, just wide. 4 seconds left.
Oh. Catch your breath. Recharge the batteries if you got a pacemaker. My goodness. What a flurry there. And the Delaware did get the clear, and they were able to get, at least the heat out of a hot kitchen, as they say. But now they just got to navigate the final 5 seconds of this one.
Face-off's going to be to the right of Babin. Tie up. One back to Jurich. Quick shot. Never got through. Rebound set free for a second. Clock's not running. This one's cleared all the way down, and that's all she wrote for this one. And the Thunder come away with a 6-5 win as the clock never started, but the game is over. They'll say run it off as the Thunder win this one 6-5. A huge win for Delaware at the Thunderdome. Face off, tie up right off the draw, and the Thunder are victorious at home. A 6-5 win. They held off the Black Bears.
What a roller coaster of the game. Delaware scoring the first 4 in this one. They had a 4-1 lead, and then they brought a 3-goal lead into the third period, and they had to survive, coming away with a 6-5 victory. Second time they beat the Black Bears this season. Mike's second win for Babin against the Black Bears. A winner on this Sunday afternoon in Harrington.
Let's go Thunder, the crowd says, as they exit the Thunderdome on a Sunday afternoon. A 6-5 win for Matt Penzick. Mike Basile signing off. 6-5 Delaware, the final tonight.